Command Toga, SRS runway, auto thrust is blue. 80 knots, thrust set. 5500. 3 left. Rotate.
Well, hello. What is going on, beautiful people? Welcome back to the channel. We're back live yet again, another live stream. I thought I was going to take the Friday off, go fishing, but you know what? There's thunderstorms all around my area, and I just can't go fishing when I'm looking over my shoulder, because if you ever been fishing and there's lightning out there, carbon fiber rod in the hand, on the water, not highly recommended for your health. So I decided, you know what? Let's just go have some fun in the sim. I just feel like I want to fly more in the sim. I'm not burned out of it yet. I'm chasing the weather today. I can't stand Denver, but you know, it's got all the weather. We got heavy snow in there right now. It's icy. We're going to go down to Albuquerque, short flight. So we're doing 2 legs. We only got probably 40 minutes en route. So a quick hop down and back. We get to depart the snow. We get to arrive in the snow in low vis. And then later, we're going back in the RJ85. We're going to do some, I'm not quite sure where we're going to do those hops at. I think it's going to be Telluride. Maybe we'll go to Centennial or something. We might just kind of mix it up. But 2 big things that I have to the sim, added to the sim today. That's a new one. Rex Atmos. I've been looking at it for a long time. I've heard mixed reviews. It's just a shader this, it's a shader that. I remember using shaders in X-Plane 11 way back in the day. And Dimitri, I even forget what the shader stuff was called in X-Plane, but I look back at some of my old X-Plane 11 videos where my sim was running perfect. I had the right shader mods, the water mods, all that stuff, and it looked just as good and better than it did in its later stages of life. And honestly, it looked just as good as 12 in some aspects when I had everything running. So I finally pulled the trigger on Rex Atmos, and then I was very surprised at what I saw. Now, it's not the easiest thing. I mean, it's easy to use, but there's no like presets. You got to set up everything yourself. So there's some additional setup, but I've just tweaked two small things for midday flying. You guys know me here around the channel that the worst time, in my opinion, to fly the sim is middle of the day. However, I think Rex Atmos is changing that for me. The screenshots that I posted on Discord, no filters. Well, no additional filters. That's literally a screenshot from my sim. And it really changed the way that the sun... I don't know. You guys will see. You guys will see. You can make the clouds nice and bright. One thing that I'll tell you is if you're flying in a condition like this, where we're overcast, it's dark and gloomy outside, when you break out... It is autopilot on, sunglasses on if you don't have them ready to go, because it is so bright. Your eyes are adjusted to the low light, and when you break out on top, all those clouds are reflecting the sunlight, and they're super white and they're super bright. You can kind of get that going with the Rex Atmos thing. So we've got that up in store for us, and JJ Stevens finally convinced me to get Real Cat Turbulence. So Real Cat Turbulence, the only reason... Whoa, we got a Pepto flight next door. What the heck is that? The reason I went with Real Turb, for one reason only, and I blame Amir on this, the load alleviation function. JJ Stevens posted a video of turbulence in his spiritual wangs, and I swear I saw the load alleviation function activate in his video because he was in some pretty heavy turbulence, and you see the spoilers float just a little bit. Pretty dang cool. So, listen, I've juiced up my sim. I watched the 2024 sim video last night of the aircraft coming to the sim. I watched the IndyBuilds 330, which actually looks pretty good. But we'll talk about it in cruise. I'm hesitant to just go all in on 2024 right now. So I said, you know what, screw it. These add-ons are, I think it was Atmos and Real Cat Turb is about 15 pounds, 13 pounds, somewhere in there each. So you're looking at 30 pounds for two add-ons. That's it. My sim is all the way juiced out. I can't do anything else to 2020, but it packs a heavy punch on the visual aspect side of things. It really, some of the stuff that I saw looks like 2024 in my sim, which is, you guys tell me. You be the judge. I'm going to shut up about it. You guys tell me what you think. Let's enjoy a beautiful winter operations here in Denver. Now you can already tell, like I have my Atmos on right now. This is a much more realistic looking like gray to me. You know, it's not the warm gray that you get. This is more of a cool gray. So you guys let me know what you think. See if you see any differences in my sim between yesterday and today. And let's get this puppy started, shall we? So we've got a cold and dark airplane here, literally. We're going to fire it up. We might have to do the engine heating at the gate just to get us started. Let's go ahead and activate external power. You should have sounds. I have sounds. We'll juice up the screens here. EasyJet SimPilot profile with Rex is amazing. So I have to figure out how to download. Well, I guess you can download them in through the app, right? So I probably will look at that, Shakovic. I'm just kind of messing with it myself right now just to see what it all does, because I kind of want to know what it's capable of, and then I'll start looking at other profiles. But man, I just changed two small settings for this particular environment. We've got real heavy, real thick clouds over Denver. So when you break out and you look down at the real thick cloud atmosphere, if you tweak the right things just a little bit, it can really change the whole appearance of the sim. So Gus may not like this one. I don't know if Slustov is around here. I think he said he was going to try to do the Albuquerque-Denver leg, but he may put a fork in his old X-plane after he sees this stream. So next time we need to exclude GSX. Yeah. So I hit exclude third-party airports, Adam Chino, but I mean, GSX is dead to me, man. GSX is the most annoying thing I've ever used in my whole life. But let's go ahead and fire up this aircraft. Cruise supply, ground control, CVR test. And OFICAM, we have pretty turbulent air actually right now climbing out over the Rockies. So you will see all of that as I get this airplane booted up here and ready to go. You'll see the wing flex, the real nice wing flex from Fenix with Real Cat Turb. Now I have my turbulence settings still on medium in the sim. I'm using black box 711 settings that somebody posted in the Discord for the turbulence. but I still have my sim settings on medium. I wonder if I should turn those down to low. Let's try medium first. Let's see if it looks unrealistically bumpy. If it does, then I'll turn them down, but I'm curious what you guys set it at. I think a couple people said they set theirs at low for the Microsoft sim. So we got everything booted up here. That looks good. We're squawking. Actually, we do have a flight plan. Hold on. Call sign mismatch. You fouled. Uh-oh. Oh, yeah. I forgot the L. American Airlines, AAL, for the flight plan there. Okay, there we go. Let's go ahead and re-squawk. We got a PDC while we're looking at it here. 2765. 2765, that goes right there. Let's go ahead and begin the boarding and fueling and all that juice. Import you from SimBrief. Start your stuff here. Let's go. Load aircraft. We got 167 folks. Boarding and refueling. Let's go. They're going to start doing their thing. We're going to load up our box. AAL 357. We're going 90. Let's go 55 to get us climbed up there right now, initially. 2 days until 249th birthday of our beloved Marine Corps. Happy birthday, Marine Semper Fi. Hey, yes, absolutely. Fly USMC in the chat, man. Good to see you. Shout out to all of our American men and women service members. I know there's a handful of you that are in the chat consistently, and I do truly appreciate each and every single one of you. I mean, you guys are absolutely awesome. I know Wingnuts there, Mickey G. We got Fly USMC. There's a couple more of you. I'm sorry if I forget your name, but I know that there's a couple more in the Discord. So you guys are awesome. We're doing a little shout out to the Medal of Honor livery. I love this livery. This is a great place. So they do a Medal of Honor parade every year where I live, and they have the Hueys and stuff flying down the street. It's really, really cool. So this livery is one of the few from American that I actually really like. Cruise flight level 360. We'll see about that. Flight plan, what do they say for it? Expect runway, doesn't say. 25, yes it does. We will expect runway 25. No, we don't need to hook the tug up now, so let's go Denver to Parteurs. We're going to, man, we might have to de-ice at the gate. We'll see. We'll see if we'll de-ice at the gate or go to the pad again, because I really don't want to taxi over there and then shut down. Summer 2. I wonder if I can get my... We'll see if there's any traffic out there. We might be able to just start up and go. I've never done this flight in the sim, so this is a whole new route for me. We're on the Summer 2 to day transition. We'll insert that. It's kind of an interesting little route. I put a freeware Albuquerque in the sim. I don't know if it's any good. I didn't even load in to check if it's loaded in properly, so that'll be a nice surprise for us when we get down to Albuquerque. We'll plan for the ILS-8, I'm assuming. I don't know. I haven't been to Albuquerque in real life in a long time. I know there's some terrain down there, that's for sure. Snida 4, and we're coming off the... Is it Smur? No. Off the... Date Me transition. All right, Date Me transition is in there. How's Atmos? I have Rex, Weather Force, and AccuSeasons. I love them. I was wondering if Atmos was worse at Leaper. It's kind of hard to tell right now because we're in a heavy overcast. Check us out when we do our breakout and we're flying above all these clouds. I use Rex AccuSeasons. Rex AccuSeasons is a must-have. If you don't have Rex AccuSeasons, you've wasted the last 4 years of Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 because without it, it's just, it completely changes the sim with the trees changing. You're not flying over green trees in the middle of the winter. It's fantastic. You can set it and forget it. I do presets, but I manually install them because Texas is kind of weird, man, with when everything starts to change around the Texas timeline. So I do manual presets, manual install of automatic presets. Plus, I don't like stuff auto updating. I just don't. I'll do it all myself. Oop, I meant to keep cabin on, cabin lights off. There we go. All right, we'll go back here. All right, we're looking good. The cabin lights are off. That looks good. Secondary, let's do our Denver secondary here. Now, you know what's interesting, y'all, is I was messing around in the Fenix yesterday. I was trying to climb above because I was thinking about doing a secondary stream. And we'll just plan to come back to ILS. But I was messing around and I was climbing out with max Toga thrust and I had an EGT overtemp and the engine failed. So... it can happen. Just like thankful it wasn't on stream. We'll just put the ILS 3-4 left in there. We have to come back. Perf data. I don't like updating manual or automatic. Look, man, my theory behind it is if it's not broke, don't fix it, especially when it comes to the sim. I've adopted that technique many years ago, and I feel like, knock on wood, we've had very minimal disruptions in our simulations and streaming. And I think part of that has to do with the fact that I don't update stuff unless it's broken, or unless it has something that I really like, that I really want. Because when you start, like, when you're just a guinea pig. You're just a guinea pig when you update all the time. I don't want that. How many times have you updated a driver set and then it's causing issues for you because it's on auto update? I don't do that stuff. Hell, I don't even know what drivers I'm running on my 4080. It's probably the default drivers from when this thing was built. All right, we're still refueling 11, 6, and 9. We're still going up. Let's go ahead and get the APU on so we can get some cabin warmth in here. And we may have to do, I haven't even done the engine fan heating at the gate, but we may have to throw it on there just to make sure we're good to go. Except all the things you've broken because you didn't update it. What did I break, Ron? Come on, man. What have I broken because I didn't update it? You give me an example, and we'll go from there. Mini FCU. Speaking of, thank you. Let me turn it on. Got to turn it on. Thanks, Ron. Let me launch Mini FCU. I didn't break it. It broke because everything else updated. But courtesy of Ron, we fixed it. We got an update and we're good to go. The pink texture plane? No, that's your livery. There's something in someone's livery is jacked up. Or I have maybe someone's flying an older version. I'm not sure. I'm not sure why I would be seeing a pink model. It's got to be some type of livery mismatch or someone's on a different version of something. Steven says it's pink on his screen too. See, Team Vodka? Eat it. Steven says it's pink on his screen. There's no misconfiguration. Somebody's got... Who's next to me anyway? Key 6 in the house. What's going on, man? All right, we got a good start. Let's go ahead and start the chrono there. Let's turn these down just a little bit. Chrono's on. We are waiting for fueling to complete. GPS primary, that's all good. Denver Tower's online, 24.3, so we'll put him in the standby, but we won't switch over just yet. We got a good squawk, 2760, and we need to set our top altitude as soon as I can dial this down. Now, the only thing that is frustrating about this SATEC radio panel is it takes forever to scroll in the digits, you know? Maybe there's an update for that. All right, we've got fueling is complete, so let's go ahead and get our fuel tank pumps on. Seatbelt sign is coming on. We're waiting for 3 minutes for the bleed, especially since it's been de-icing season. We'll hit the constraints on, terrain on ND. 14.9. We will put 14.9 right here. And then we will check our fuel, make sure it is balanced. Beautiful. Do we have ACTs? We sure do. Look at that. We don't have any fuel in our ACTs. It's the first time we've flown with one. There's your ACTs. It looks like we've got 2 ACTs on this puppy. We'll get into ACTs on a later stream. But unless you're failing stuff, it's very automated. So, all right, that looks good. Climb via SID. Expect 360 and 10. And we're expecting 2.5. So let's take a look at our Denver SID here. Now, has this always been a feature, but the pre-starred charts in the Fenix, I just noticed that they always pre-star the SID on the 10.9 page. That is awesome. I don't know why no one has told me that before. Initial altitude somewhere off of 2.5 is going to be flight level 230. We'll scroll in 230 here on the Mini FCU. 230 is set. Company message. We'll accept a load sheet. We'll see if we have any non-revs availability here. It is a new thing. Man, that's awesome. I wish I would have known that when Amir was here, because I would have been like, dude, that's my new favorite feature. Is the pre-start charts. We've got Pax 167. Albuquerque potable water stuff. I've never actually looked at these. 14.8. So we are good. That is loaded up. We're waiting for our 0 fuels. We are how long on this? 2:30. That's close enough. Let's get the APU bleed on. We'll warm the cabin just a tad here. It's spooling up. Gosh, I hate looking at that Pepto plane out there. Tell you what we'll do. We'll do this view here. I want to join the flight so badly in the sim. My CPU cooler caught fire a few days ago. No, I'm waiting for a replacement. Anatical, my man, dude, that's crazy. Did it? What kind of cooler did you have? This is going to sound strange, but I'm going to ask you, was it a water cooler? I know a water cooler and fire doesn't mix, but I've never had a water cooler before, and I have one on this rig. Is that like a thing you have to, like, will it self-extinguish itself if it's a water cooler and catches fire? AJ-OFF. Oh my gosh, if you haven't heard that, if you haven't seen that video, maybe we'll watch it in cruise. A T-38 and the instructor. My word. That is so funny, man. I can't believe Mickey G had never seen that video. I've heard V1 never updates his real-world charts. I do it before every check ride, my man. What are you talking about? Update your FSLT. I have my FSLTL updated, so I'm assuming that the guy next to me doesn't have his updated. Because I just updated my FSLTL 3 days ago. Whenever the A380 dropped is the day, or the day after that, I did my FSLTL update. So I am up to date, man. My charts are up to date. My FSLTL is up to date. Everything is up to date to my standards. I'm trying to see who's next to us here on the ground in Denver. Because the Pepto plane was following us in, where were we? Costa Rica. Oh, Team Vodka. They've got the Avianca 321 Sharklets now, which is awesome. What the heck is Denver Airport on this thing? Colorado Springs. Denver is so annoying. There's no way I'll be able to zoom in and tell. Pretty busy in Denver, though. Pretty busy in Denver. I bet your air rack is from 2022. Nah, we got an up-to-date air rack. Check this out. We'll go here. Data, aircraft status. Here's a bonus question. What time do you switch the nav database over? So let's pretend today is the 27th of November, or let's say it's the 26th of November. I guess it would be the 27th of November. And in the real airplane, you'd have the secondary nav database will be the next one. So this would say November 28th to December 30th or something. Whatever the dates are. So when would you actually switch that nav database? It's not 0Z. 420. That's when we need it. Nope, not Midnight Zulu. That would make sense. Definitely don't do it in the air. It would make sense if it was 0Z, but that's not when you do it. I actually have to look it up. I want to say it's 4Z. I don't remember. I have it on my cheat card. Hold on. Not 2300. No, it's a weird time Zulu. A-Rot, 0458 Mountain Standard Time. No. Steven, you're on the push. We'll see you in Albuquerque, my man. Look, we've got 2 pink out there. What is going on? Y'all need to update your FSLTL. We got 2 Pepto flights out there. We have 2 Pepto flights out there. What's going on with that, guys? I can't wait for this breakout, though. Jesus. My gosh. That's why we can't have anything nice. Why I use AIG? Yeah, I used to use AIG, and I loved AIG. It's on my end, Bosco? Model matching on your side, them not updating doesn't make a difference. Interesting. I loved AIG, but Christie doesn't want to help me anymore, so he can't set up my AIG for me. I wonder why it's on me. I don't think it's a memory issue. My memory is doing fine right now. Not even close to the limit, so... It's actually 04Z, yeah. That's, yeah, so Carol was actually, he's being satire, but he's pretty close. Alright, per GSX themselves, pink textures were caused by third-party liveries missing the airline code, so the livery can't be displayed properly. Ah. When you update FSLTO, do you not have to update the vPilot to use a new VMR file? I'm not sure, Tyson. Never had Windows, never had pink textures in Windows XP. I know it, dude. Mo Aviator, what's going on, man? We are just finishing the boarding process here. We are almost done. Let's take a look at, let me see where is the ground services for engine heating? Can I turn that on right now? Are they going to do the heating process? We'll heat them both up here since this airplane's been sitting all night. Now, theoretically, we are kind of sheltered, so I don't think they'd be frozen right now, but let's just turn it on to make sure we have good engines when we push back and start. It might, you know what it is, Fernando? You're absolutely right, dude. It's an AMD issue. You're absolutely right, man. It's an AMD issue. Perf takeoff, it's going to be runway 25. It's going to be contaminated, wet, optimum, force Toga. Yes, anti-ice, engine on, packs on, sync prelim, sync live, calculate. Let's see what it gives us here for speeds and flaps. Flaps 2. Okay. That's what we'll do. That's our prelim numbers. We'll stand by on that. I might uninstall the AMD, Aaron. You want it? I can put it on a Dropbox file or something for you. That's weird. I've never seen, and this is why I never update. So, circling all the way back to our conversation. I never updated FSLTL. I updated FSLTL, now I got pink textures. See? This is why I shouldn't have done it. Now, the only reason I updated it is because I wanted to see, I thought I had to update it to see A380 traffic in the sim, which apparently I guess I didn't. But I updated it, and now we've got pink airplanes. So, Vodka says we'll fix it after this stream. Well, I'm not sure. You never update except when breaking NDA. Ooh, shots fired. Look, Carol, I thought I was doing so good, man, because I was gonna semi-troll with the title. The whole thing was a disaster, man. I was trying to semi-troll with the title of the stream, and I was like, okay, then I put the toeless sharklets in picture version at the very beginning of the stream, so it looks like we're in sharklets. And then at the end of the day, I ultimately trolled myself. Just unbelievable. Yeah, we got a lot of Peptos out here, Mr. Saturday. Go back to AIG. Yes, as soon as I can find Christy, I will go back to AIG. Now, the one thing that I do like about my current traffic setup, though, is I got all the old planes with Team Vodka. We've got like the 146s. I can see 727s, old school 74s. I love having the old defunct airlines and the old defunct liveries, if you will. So, maybe we'll fix it after this stream, man. We'll take a look here. But we'll go ahead and... Oh, they even have the flagship Valor. Welcome aboard. Oh, that door's open. That's going to be very cold. Welcome aboard, sir. I fly 320s in real life, man. The whole series of them. Wouldn't it be nice if traffic could be native in the sim? It can be if you turn it on, but I mean, meh. I don't want fake traffic. I'm not a fake traffic kind of person. But if you fly offline all the time, then, you know, having the FSLTL traffic, which is free, and you inject stuff via FlightAware, which is pretty cool. So I think that'd be the closest option to traffic. Do those add-ons affect frames? What do you mean? Like Rex Atmos and Cat Turb? I'm not sure, Fernando. We're going to find out together, my man. We're going to find out together. Andrew, I'm not using a preset yet. I've just a custom one that I built. FSLTL tanks FPS. It's been okay with me so far, but I mean, I have a pretty beefy system, so I haven't really had any issues. But did you fly the CL65 prior to my current gig? No, prior to me flying now, I was on the Embraer, the E-Jets. Isn't traffic injection super heavy? I think it is, Flight Sim School. Yes. Max Rank says Atmos is hardly a hit. The turbulence I don't own. We're going to find out together. Rex Weather Force. Yeah, so I don't see. Here's the thing with Weather Force. have no interest in that because I feel like the default injection of the weather has been pretty good in of itself in the sim. Yeah, it's not perfect, but it's been way better than anything else that we've had in the past. And there's no need to buy a weather injector or METAR decoder. The default weather has been absolutely fine. And I don't know how that's going to work if you have different airplanes. For a while there, we were flying on group flights and stuff, just on the Discord, doing Discord streams. And it was so cool because everybody's on the same weather and you all saw the same weather. You felt the same turbulence. Like, it was pretty neat. I think the turbulence now would be different because I have real Cat Turb installed, but I have had no issues with default weather in Microsoft. It's been great, man. It's been dynamic. Just look at our last few streams going into Costa Rica. We had rain moving in. We had showers, like the visibility of the rain showers knocked the viz all the way down. Then the viz would come back up. Gusty winds. It's been an absolute awesome couple of streams with the weather. So no need for me, in my opinion, to go get a weather injector. Take a look in the aft cargo. Yeah, we could take a look. Let's do that. Let's go ahead and reset you back in here. Oh, man, that's kind of a cool shot, though. All right, let's come back here. ACT. It's interesting. I didn't want to take an ACT on this flight because I don't think he'd put an ACT on this particular route. But there she is. Almost done. About 40 people to go. I've actually never been in the wheel well here. This is the forward cargo. So they should be loading the forward cargo. It's 321. Not Redfish Night, not on the Phoenix stuff, man. Not all of them have it. It's livery dependent. We didn't have any yesterday. Now with Real 2, you get in-cloud turb. Yes, that is nice, but I hope it's not too much because not every cloud has turbulence in it. That's what kind of drives me nuts. I hope not every cloud has turbulence in it. Look at this guy coming in here to park. That's pretty cool. Look at this. We're sitting at the gate. Check this out. This is awesome. Get ready to hit the like button for this. Come on, don't disconnect. Where are you going? Park your thing. Where did you go? He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. Loads of room. Still add more. Let's add more ACTs. Look at this. This is pretty cool. All 319 with CFMs. Dylan, yes. All the cargo holds are pressurized. Yeah, if they weren't, you'd have some issues. Definitely have issues. Real Turb gives me problems with the Fenix? Really, BKG Blueface? Why do you say that? And what kind of problems, number one, and what is your Microsoft turbulence settings at? If Real Turb messes with my Fenix at all, it's an immediate uninstall Alt F4. It better not mess with my Fenix. I've never done a full flight with Real Turb, so this is the first one together on stream, which is a real great idea. But don't worry, there's pro streamers available elsewhere. We're just going to find out together if it's going to mess with it or not. Sometimes you have turbulence without clouds. Absolutely. That's called clear air turbulence. That's the hardest to predict. Now, there are methods of determining clear air turbulence when you look at winds aloft patterns, but in the grand scheme of things, it's pretty difficult to determine exactly where that turbulence is going to be, the clear air turbulence, CAT, C-A-T. And that turbulence can be some of the most aggressive out there because that's associated with the jet stream. And the jet stream, especially we get in the winter months here in North America, the winter months, what's happening is that jet stream gets lower, right? That's what brings down all the cold weather down to the lower 48 states. So that jet stream can get very strong. When you start having big shears, like wind direction changes, great wind direction changes at high velocities, can become very, very turbulent. Chandler, thank you for the support, man. Hope all has been good. Glad to have made a stream. Hey, welcome on board, man. Appreciate you, dude. Absolutely. Welcome on board, dude. Mind me, I gotta unpause the alert box here. How is your early Christmas going? What do you mean? How is my early Christmas going? It's not Christmas yet, man. We gotta get through Thanksgiving. You know what? I don't know if it does wind shear. That would be interesting. My plane gets flipped sometimes, and I got it set to low. I need to double check. Okay, well, I hope we don't. If our airplane flips, we're Alt F4ing and never using it again. Yes, sir, Fernando, it definitely does. It's in the name. It's Real Cat Turbulence is the name of it, I believe, or Real Turb. Is it Real Turb or Real Cat Turb? Mr. Saturday is right. If it flips, it's dead to me. Better not flip. Now, I do have it on the medium setting. I have the Microsoft turbulence on medium. We'll see if it's too much. Rex Atmos adds a much-needed relay scattering parameter that the sim underutilizes in live weather. I definitely play around with the Atmos and haze parameters. We'll do, Rahul. And here's the thing. What's cool is it's a live adjustment. So we can mess with it together on stream live as we in cruise, and we'll see how it handles. But I have a little bit of a preset right now, so you guys let me know what you think when we break out. Let's go ahead and we're almost ready. We're disconnected from there. 230 is set. A NIT B page. That's ready to receive. And terrain is on ND. We're going to runway 25. We'll do a de-ice at the gate. Should we do de-ice at the gate or hard stand? What do you guys want to see? De-ice pad or at the gate? Real Turb overrides Microsoft turbulence settings, so it doesn't matter what you set. Really interesting. Hard stand. I've only seen one at the gate, so Oscar, I think you're going to be outnumbered on this one. That's very interesting, Rahul. Very interesting. So, haze circles that suddenly get you to 100+ mile visibility is now fixed. I will tell you what, man. For the 5 minutes that I was playing with it, I was impressed. Now, do I think you could probably accomplish this sort of the same thing through some type of NVIDIA shader program? I think so, but I don't have the time, nor the energy, nor the willingness to read about how to do any of that. So the fact that I can just grab a slider and adjust it in real time I like that. Now, I think it's fairly priced just out of the gate for what it does, because it's a filter, right? You're adding filters and stuff. So if it was $25, I'd be like, no way. But I think, what is it? I think it was 13 pounds on the sim market. Zippy in the house. What's up, man? Is it possible to take off with flex? It is, Brits. It is absolutely, and it would be SOP dependent. But let's inform Brits, chat. When are the 1, 2, 3, 4, is it 5? 5 times that you are not supposed to flex takeoff. There are 5 conditions at which a flex takeoff is not permitted. Per SOP, obviously, but per mine and pretty much everybody else. It's $11 on contrail. Perfect. Flex temp within 10 degrees. That's one of them. Short runway. Okay, so we'll put that in if performance permits, right? So because of the scenario, you have to do it. So that's 2. Contaminated runway. That's 3. That's what we're facing with right now. We have a contaminated runway. Now, there is a debate about that, which we've talked briefly before. You guys are missing 2 more. There's 2 more. Let's go ahead and get the beacon on and get out of here. Beacon's on. Close up the doors. 24-3 is up.
Due to icing conditions, please stand by for engine start until push is completed.
Roger that. Do I call for push? Contact with ATIS for push. Denver departure ATIS information. Mike is current. We are on 24-3. Denver Tower, good afternoon. American 357, Gate Alpha 51 with Mike. Ready to push and start. We're going to de-ice.
American 357, Denver Tower, roger, thanks. Push start approved, straight back, stop the first line, ATIS, Mike.
Pushback approved, first line with Mike. American 357.
And American 357, make sure you got that transponder turned on for me as well, please.
Sorry about that, we'll get it now, American 357. Alright.
Fairwings 116, Denver Tower, roger, runway 8.
Let's do a B4 start checklist. Windows, doors, and slides. Close an arm. Beacon is on. Thrust levers idle. Parking brake is on. Before start checklist is complete. So we're going to be going to pad 9, the Whiskey Alpha pad.
You had 1339,
Whiskey
Denver
Alpha
Tower,
pad.
Correction, you had 1339, heavy, Denver Tower, standby.
Locking gear.
Alright, weight and balance. Send to McDo. Perf takeoff.
116, Denver Tower, 1310 at 6 RNF.
Sync final.
8, quick takeoff.
Calculate. Send to McDo. Checks. We got a lot of extra gas. That doesn't look right. 31, 47, 47, flap 2, up 0.6. Nose right, tail left.
Release parking.
Oh.
39, Denver Tower, do you need
Did he say straight back?
words? You need
Screwed
a
that up.
DA.
Brakes off.
Push.
Go to push.
Negative 3, 49, stand by for engine start until push is completed and brakes are set.
Alright, we can't start until push is complete.
Ready for taxi information. Mike, we do need de-ice.
American 3791, Denver Tower, Roger, taxi to the Bravo.
How long is de-ice? It really depends, man. It can depend on quite a few things. Now, what would be funny is if everybody's down on the Whiskey Alpha pad and we have to hold. We should all go to the Whiskey Alpha pad and hold. Let's close the doors, save some frames. Alright, we can't start. So, what I forgot to do last time we did this, if we go to the all charts here, ground charts, de-icing, procedures continued. Zoom it in here. Where is the Whiskey Alpha pad west? Whiskey Alpha pad. There we go. So you can see there is a sequence. This is what we're doing. We're going to ask him for Bravo 4, Whiskey Alpha pad, and then you'll be given a spot. Whiskey Alpha 1, 1 Whiskey, etc. So this is where we need to go. And then we'd probably come out and go down to Gulf. Or he may send us to the... He could send us to the Alpha pad. Right? I'm not sure. Or the C pad.
And over 1612, don't try that truck coming out of the ramp now at Alpha.
Let's star this one here. We're going to star that, go back to all starred charts. This is the flight beam Denver.
Instead of 1459, Denver Tower, I forgot, did you say you did need a de-ice or did not need de-ice?
Well, good thing he can't see that we're not straight back or not.
Instead of 1459 Denver Tower, roger.
We're just a blip on his radar.
Please set parking brake.
Brake set.
25 Alpha November Golf, Delta 1459. Denver Tower, Frontier,
Frontier 2341 Denver Tower, runway 25, taxi via Alpha. Directions by Alpha November Golf, you'll be on to Delta.
He could send me to the penalty box. Why not Xcoder Denver?
Tower, American.
I don't know, actually. Is this Xcoders? Estimate fan pilot? I'm being honest with you, I don't know which one this is. This is the first one that released. Whoever released the first Denver, that's the one I bought. Let's start it from right here. This will be a sick view here. This is Flight Beam, thank you, yeah. This will be a cool view to start. We're going to start it from here. I was trying to see if we can see the toe from her. Let's give her an LED flash.
730, good morning. Information.
Tug, toe,
Bravo
pin,
69, ready for push.
salute. Where is it? There it is. LED light flash. We're starting them up. Engine mode ignition start. Let's do an outside start. Turning one.
Clear to start engine.
That was 730 Delta Tower, straight back south, first line, is Mike Alpha 301 at 9.
Negative, we do not need the
All these fools that don't need de-ice. Don't you know the FAA is watching?
And American 1321 Delta Tower, 1 for you, 300 at 6. RNAV to, RNAV kidding, runway 8 for takeoff.
RNAV kidding, runway 08, clip takeoff, American 1321.
All right, engine one started. Turning two. Shh.
Frontier Flight 542, Denver Tower, runway 25. Clip takeoff, RNAV Breckham, 1 for you, indicating 300 at 5.
RNAV Breckham, clip takeoff, runway 25.
It's Feel Good Friday.
American 1321, no further ATC, Unicom 122.8, safe landing in DFW. Good morning. Question, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, thanks for the
Sounds like we've got two good starts. Here comes the Avail light. We are not going to configure until we get sprayed. Wow, it is low vis out here. What concourse is this, eh? All right, we got two good starts. Engine mode to ignition start. We're not going to arm that. We're going to turn on the engine 2 anti-ice. We're going to turn off the APU bleed so we don't suck up any fumes. We're going to keep the APU on in preparation for de-icing. And Denver Tower, American 357 ready to taxi. We do need de-ice with Mike. United, be quiet. I just called. Give him a second to respond. If only they had somebody to do tutorials for that Avail Premium. So we are here, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Temperature 2341, Denver Tower, hold short runway 25 at Bravo 2.
Wow, the viz is dropping.
American 357, Denver Tower, runway, or correction, taxi to the Alpha de-ice pad via Alpha November, report complete.
All right, taxi to the Alpha pad, Alpha November, will report complete for American 357. All right, so we need to go de-ice pad Alpha, so it is a mix-up from yesterday. That's fine. Let's go ahead and verify where we are going. I'm assuming de-ice hold, and then they bring you into the... Oh, they didn't draw on you.
Property Unicom, Frontier Flight 542, thanks for the team will be next.
De-ice pad J Alpha. So Alpha November, this is a cutaway, so we can take one of these slots when we come in from Alpha November. So it looks like we're going to do this number here, basically straight ahead. You guys concur? I concur. Let's go. LED lights on, brakes released.
If I can find it to be at 300 at 5.
This is some low viz right here, y'all.
Indicating 4,000 feet at touchdown, 3,500.
Cali Sima, what's going on? How you doing, Cali Sima? Good, glorious Friday morning to you.
Number, correction number 1, clear to land.
35 right, clear to land, United 15, 10 next. Denver Tower, good afternoon. Citation 4 Charlie Romeo, be free, ILS 34 right.
So Alpha November is the second line, which
and yeah, 1510 Denver Tower RVR
I think is
5 right, 3,000 feet
to the
touchdown,
right. Yeah, we need to.
3,500.
I think we should be over here, but cut over to the Alpha November
Aircraft
line.
calling, other aircraft
Wow,
calling
look at
Airport
this.
Citation 4 Charlie Romeo on the ILS 34 right.
Citation 4 Charlie Romeo Denver Tower, good afternoon. Wind for you, currently indicating 300 at 7. Runway 34 right, RVR indicating 4,000 feet at touchdown, 3,500 feet on the midpoint, 3,500, and increasing on the rollout, runway 34 right, number 1, clear to land.
34 right, clear to land. 4 Charlie Romeo.
I'm going to hold the brakes. I'm going to run these up a little bit.
Holding short of Charlie November.
United 1706 Denver Tower, you can continue via Lima, and it'll be
Number
Lima
2
Alpha
is sticking on me here.
Lima Alpha November to the ramp for United 1706 next. Denver Tower Skywest 5730 with Mike. We're ready for taxi, and we are going to need to de-ice after all.
Go City 730 Denver Tower, Roger. Bravo de-ice pad via Bravo November.
Bravo de-ice via Bravo November Skywest.
Because it's warm. It's the
716,
worst
12, Denver
possible
Tower,
scenario.
indicating 300 at 5 now. RNAV, recommend runway 25.
Because it's warm and it's wet. This is warm, wet, snow and ice.
Frontier Flight 2341 Denver Tower, caution jet blast departing American, correction, departing Delta 8321, runway 25, line up await.
Runway 25, line up await.
And Delta 1459 Denver Tower, that Frontier off your
Mickey
right
G,
is going,
what's going on, man?
LA, so he's going on a different route. I'm going to launch him for you.
Roger, got Jeff Field, 42.
So number 1 is fine. Number 2, we got a little bit of a problem here.
Sorry, American 3791, done with de-icing, ready for taxi, runway 25.
American 3791 Denver Tower, you can join the conga line for runway 25 via Gulf.
Go, for 3791.
So the 1612 number for the ATC, Unicom 122.82.
Over to Unicom, have a nice day. Thank you.
All right, here is... Broke that one loose. All right, where are we going here? So we need to go... Alpha November, this is our pad. So we're going to enter. We don't have any lines here for
Frontier Flight
de-ice.
2351 Denver Tower.
But it
wind
would be
300 at 5,
right here. Well,
runway
I'll tell you what.
25, takeoff.
Let's go down a little bit further. Hold the brakes here. Let me get that. Now that we got it unstuck,
Set of
let's make sure they
1549
stay
Denver
that
Tower,
way.
runway 25, land for weight.
We're going to go all the way down to the end of the pad here, and then we'll turn in. So it would be like the Alpha 1 pad, or Alpha 1 line.
American 2324 Denver Tower.
Brakes are
good
set.
Afternoon. Wind for
Let's
you,
do one more
currently
shed here real quick.
300 at 7. Runway 35 left RVR indicating 4,000 feet at touchdown, 3,500 at midpoint, 3,000 on the rollout. Runway 35 left, number 1, clear to land.
Number 1, runway 35 left, clear to land. American 2324.
Turn the light off.
United 1510 Denver Tower, welcome to Denver. Continue, Papa 7, Echo, Echo, hold short of Mike.
We're off on Papa 6.
Now, I'm pretty sure it won't let me do it with the engines running, right?
Unit 1510.
We did this
It
yesterday.
will be Papa 7, Echo,
Yeah.
Echo, hold short of Mike.
Iceman, 167
167
Alpha November.
1510. We got the lights about 200.
167 Alpha November, A321. We'll be shutting them down here. We'll advise ready. We need Type 1, Type 4.
Charlie Romeo,
Iceman 167 Alpha November, copy all.
Reported,
Guys, when ready. So engines are off, APU is on. I didn't cool the cabin, but
Frontier 2341,
let's kill it.
ATC, Unicom 122.8. You have Angels, good afternoon.
For the Unicom,
as we shut down, we'll configure pack 1 off, pack 2 off, engine 1 bleed off, engine 2 bleed off, APU bleed is off, ditching push button is on, cross bleed is shut. Iceman 167 Alpha November. Iceman, go ahead. De-ice with GSX running? Yeah, but I don't know. It won't let me do it. Maybe you need a profile or something. But if I go like this, and then go... Nope, I didn't want to do that. Hold on. How did we do it yesterday? Reposition and request de-icing services here. There we go. Yeah, I have to turn them off. I don't know why. It's Umberto. It's freaking... What do you expect, man? Got to shut them down to de-ice. Real life, you would have them running. That's for sure. Most likely. All right, engines are off. We're set. Let's go ahead and do this here.
Delta 1549 Denver Tower on departure. RNAV, find it. I lost your shit. RNAV, Broadcom, runway 310 at 4, correction. Big out. Which for you is going to be 310 4.
If you update your GSX and airport file, you can de-ice with engine. I have GSX updated, and I've got a profile, but I don't need to update a profile. I'm not updating the profile.
Central aircraft new departure C will be at Denver approach.
Type 4 and Type 1. I wish you could do two-step de-ice. Why can't you do two-step de-ice? Zippy, you banned someone for being weird?
Yeah, 384.
All right, take it easy, man. No worries.
Straight back, just up the first line. Needed Mike over 3019.
You have to change it in GSX settings? That's all right. Joe planes typically in the first flight of the day, if that, like, we'll have pre-spray paperwork sometimes, like if it's an early morning, like the first flight out.
Yeah, it's 1339 Denver Tower. Continue left turn, Mike, hold short runway 8, report ready.
There's a cool view right here.
Nah,
Nah, it's to be a fan pilot. It's not going to be an issue with the engines running. We de-ice with them running all the time.
Yeah, 1625.
If anything, this is more abnormal to shut them all down.
310 at 6. Runway 34 right RVR indicating 4,000 feet at touchdown, 3,000 feet at midpoint, 3,500 on the rollout. Runway 34 right clear to land.
Copy the RVR, 34 right clear to land.
What GSX needs to do is do two-step de-icing.
1625 Denver Tower. They just updated 34 right now. 3,000.
Flight Sim School, I think it actually does do something, if I'm not mistaken. It like clears the ice off of your airframe. I don't know if it works with the Phoenix, but
Denver,
they're not spraying tip to root. Yeah, the spray pattern is wrong, and you can't do two-step de-icing. What I want to be able to do is I want to do type 1 full aircraft and then type 4 wings and tail. Can't even do the tail. We're totally hosed. But you would do type 1 to get everything off the aircraft, and then you do type 4 wings and tail. In P3D, you could actually see the glycol on the aircraft still. 167 Alpha November Iceman. 167, go ahead. Okay, de-icing is complete. Clarion type 4, time started at 1920. Finished at 1925, although we don't care about the finish time. 100% concentration. All men and equipment are clear of aircraft. You're cleared to start. Advised and ready to taxi. Contact ground on 24-3. Copy all. We're starting them up. Pseudo something like that. So now here's the other thing. We would also have to wait. So if you didn't catch yesterday, after you get sprayed by de-ice, you got to wait before you get your bleeds on, because if you just go right into starting them up and you do suck in any of that glycol that's dripping down, it does bring a foul odor to the cabin. So we're going to simulate that all the waiting has been completed. So we'll go ahead and reconfigure the aircraft. Ditching push button is off and reguarded. Cross bleed is the auto. Engine 1 bleed is going to come on. Engine 2 bleed will come on. Packs 1 and 2 will remain off. APU bleed is on. Engine mode to ignition start. And verify we have bleed pressure, which we do. 28, 30. Turning engine 1. Matt, yes, there is icing simulation. There is fan blade icing. And if you're flying in Denver right now, Denver is prime time conditions for fan blade icing. It's right around 0 C mark. It's slushy and windy. So it is a prime time setup for fan blade icing in Denver right now. Shaq in the house. What's going on, man? Sure don't miss the de-icing sprays. For 2 years I decided I de-iced Dash 8s in upstate New York with an open bucket. Ooh, Shaq. That's hardcore, man. That's hardcore. Good to see you, man. Hope all is well, dude.
American 3791.
Sky was 5730, Denver Tower, runway 34, left taxi, Golf, Whiskey Alpha, report ready.
I will wait for engine 1 start.
34 left via Golf, Whiskey Alpha.
There's the bus transfer, which you don't hear in the 330, which I learned last night watching the 2024 vids. Turning 2.
1359 heavy, Denver Tower, roger, on departure, on a kidding, wind 300 at 6, runway 8, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, United 39 heavy.
Other aircraft calling up on the engine taken.
Man, I'm almost done with my coffee already. That's not good.
Denver Tower, good evening, Delta 1463.
The closed de-ice structure kind of fun. So in Philly and other airports, there's those like those de-icing things, like those cranes that are fixed on the ground. What happens if you got to go to the bathroom? We always talk about that. Like if you're up there in the box spraying it, like say you're spraying at 330, and then all of a sudden you start getting the bubble guts. What are you gonna do? You're on an island up there. What do you do? What do you do, Shaq? Tower at radio, they tell you what to do? It goes in the mix.
120.35, good afternoon.
12035, thanks, baby.
Let's go ahead and protect number 1 since that's already started. Engine 1 bias is on. And wait for the avail. Engine 2 is avail. We will go here. We will arm the speed brakes. We will not extend flaps. Okay, now we would have to do additional weighting to get the packs on, but we're going to simulate that all that has been completed. We've met our holding times, and we are ready to turn off the APU. We're ready to taxi. We're not going to exercise a flight control check until we get up to... Actually, we can do a flight control check right now.
Alpha, hold short of Mike 4 Trevor.
Yeah, 1625,
full up,
Denver, right turn, Fox 8,
full
Fox
down,
9,
neutral,
Foxtrot,
full left, full right, neutral, rudder, full left, full right, neutral, and season up on the other. Okay, so that does now stop at the box, which is interesting. Up 0.6 is what we need. That's good. We'll be auto brakes max. We'll stand by on the config. We are ready to taxi. We are in alpha pad. And Denver Tower, American 357 Alpha Pad, ready taxi.
American 357, Denver Tower, runway 25, taxi via Golf, Alpha SkyWest.
25 via Golf and follow SkyWest. Is he off our nose now? We see. Oh yeah, we see him. We see him. American 357. I thought there was an Airbus.
He's going to 3-4 left, so don't follow him. The runway, you just follow him.
Copy, American 357. All right, let's do an ice shed here. We've been parked.
United 1339, heavy departure 160.35.
Man, that number 2 is sticking.
Departure 160.35, United 1339 Heavy. Good day, thank you.
Come on, baby. I almost feel like number 2 is sticking too much. We'll follow SkyWest, though. We can see it shedding out there. It's trying. It's coming. There it comes.
American 3791, Denver on departure, on approach of
All right, so we have to do a configuration 5 minutes prior to takeoff. So we've got that set. Let's make our perf data is still set after we shut down. Everything looks good. We're looking good. We're taxiing the Gulf to 25. We're going to be on the Summer 2. Get that primed up. Nope, it is really snowing in Denver. Let's do another here jaunt on number 2 just to keep her nice and loose. We're looking good. Almost 600 people in here, only 197 likes. That's pretty lame. Do you guys want to see more de-icing stuff? Do you like this? Do you find this entertaining? Do you think it looks juicy? If you do, hit the like button. I'm going to get this stream. This is a pretty juicy stream here. We're going to wait till the breakout, too. I'm impressed that it's all modeled in there. I know, man. The Fenix is a whole nother level, dude.
Charlie, Sierra, and we're going to
Do another one here. Hold the brakes.
Roger.
1.05 there. Just holding good now.
Skywest 5730, Denver Tower, runway 34 left, line up and wait.
34 left, line up and wait. Skywest 6730.
Could you do a transatlantic flight with the 321 with 8 CTs? Yes, but transatlantic is
357, Denver Tower, runway 34, Christian, runway 25, line up and wait.
25 line away, American 357. But transatlantic is pretty generic. You need destinations. All right, we are flaps 2.
Good afternoon.
It's 5 minutes prior. Flaps 2 is coming out. Somebody start the chrono. The reason we're doing this 5 prior is because we did not de-ice with the flaps in the takeoff configuration. So flaps 2, takeoff config checked. TCAS on, auto. TARA is on and transpondering. We are lining up and wait 25. We got 5 minutes. I just think this shaded like color looks better too.
Yeah,
let's go ahead and take 25 is right there. So line up and wait. We get the top row on and extend those.
34 left, cliff takeoff, RNAV, Nakata, Skywest 5730.
Addition 4 Charlie Romeo, Denver Tower, continue via Mike Lima 1.
So remember, we got to do our 2-step takeoff as well with the thrust. Watch the turn here, it's real slick. Runway 25, checks. Oh, that looks so awesome. All right, sounds are up. Get ready for those yogas. I'll go 80 on the sim sounds for y'all too. Let's go ahead and hold them here at 50. We're
American 30, correction, American 357 at Denver Tower, wind for you indicating now 3008, RNAV correct 1.25. 25, quick takeoff.
25, clear for takeoff, American 357. Yoga's in chat. We got to set this from in here. Nose forward on the stick, restart the chrono. Everything looks good. Here we go. Man, Toga, SRS runway, auto thrust blue. 1.65 on the EPers. They are screaming. Snow is coming down heavier now on the takeoff roll. It's really coming down now. Thrust set. 100 knots check. This is where you really hope your de-ice man did a good job. V1. Ooh, it's gusty. Rotate. Nice and easy. Positive rate, gear up, fly with. There is nothing to see out there. Let's fly the departure. This is hard IMC right here. It is. That's crazy. I can feel the bumps now. All right, we're going to wait for a positive trend here. A nice positive trend. We're above flap speed. Flaps 1, speed checks. Flaps 1. Remember, we want to clean it up here expeditiously because we need to get the engine or the wing anti-ice on at a clean wing. Nice thrust reduction there. Whoa, why did our flaps go all the way up? Jeez. Alright, that's fine, that's fine. Flap 0. I guess we went too far on the step. Alright, well, we got a clean wing. Wing and ice coming on. Let's go AP1 because I want to look outside here. Let's see if we can see any cloud turb. She's wobbling out there. Look at that. You got to see the breakout, though. I think it's pretty high overcast, but I got to turn the sim down a little bit.
Yeah, 5738 from departure 120.35. Apologies, Steel.
No worries, departure. Scott, 5730.
And were you American 357 did for you departure 120.35, Steel?
2035, stay American 357. Comes a level. Denver departure, American 357, leveling 10,000 on the summit too. Oh, 12035.
Current altimeter 3017, wind 310 at
Make 35 right approach.
Clear the ILS 35 right, United 1354.
Departure, American 357, 10,000, climbing 230 on the summit 2.
American 357, Denver departure, radar contact. Climb maintain level 230.
Climb and maintain flight level 230, American 357. Alright, 230 blue. Thrust climb, open climb.
Push 6, maintain 8,000, full establish low clouds, cleared ILS from 35 left approach. Maintain 1 turn off to 5 mile final.
8,000 to established, 1 new to 5 good approach, 1 check here.
That looks pretty good. That looks pretty good. I don't want to miss a breakout though. Breakout's going to be even better.
Arrival landing north with information alpha.
Delta 145.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a minute, Cali 7.
Contact. What approach are you set for?
Let's go ahead and select 270 for the bumps.
Delta 145, have the ILS 35 left if you can accommodate it.
This will help shoot us up here through the clouds. See how bright it's going to be up there. We've got 270 selected. That'll help us climb up here. J. Russ, appreciate you, man. $2 super chat. What's the new range of the 320 with the extra tanks? It can go a little. Depends if you have how many tanks you got. Direct Solar, American 357. Depends how many tanks you got, man. It also depends on the wind. So there's a whole lot of different factors. Direct Solar.
Or 1 direct Sierra contact.
Looking good out of 14,000.
Air 2431, check.
Still
Yeah, 84. Happy different departure, radar contact, climb you set. United 1354, contact Denver Tower 124.32.
Over tower, take care, United 1354.
South 1458, cross crop at or above 9,000, cleared ILS from 35 left bridge. Cross crop at or above 9,000, cleared ILS 35 left approach, Southwest 1458. South 382, Denver approach, yep.
Yeah, we're here. We're sending the scheme 3 on arrival, Southwest 382.
South 382, roger. What approach are you set for?
Active sky, waste of money,
we're
inadequate.
set for
Waste of
348.
money.
South 382, roger. Expect ILS 348.
Thanks.
Would you ever delay gear retraction when dealing with contaminated runway surface? No. You gotta get the gear up, man. You gotta just get climbing. You can't be climbing out on a 320 with the gear down, especially on Denver. Look at this.
United 384, IB, clear direct to Zipper.
Yeah, this controller is legit, Gabriel. This controller is legit. Okay, can you guys be honest? Can you tell a difference? We got a little more light, a little more white and blue contrast. I mean, it's not the yellowy, gloomy looking clouds, right? Now just wait till we keep getting higher. It's still dark and gloomy down here.
Gas hit 730, Denver Center, close, frequency change, pretty soon.
But as we get higher,
Virginia comms, Scott, 730.
American 357, Denver Center, close, frequency change, pretty soon.
A-Rot, they are producing chop now because I got real turb. Watch this. I'll go manage speed. Let's see if we can. We're going to manage speed. Hit 29092 standard. Let's turn these
American
off.
357, Denver Center is close, frequency change, pretty soon.
Over to income. Thanks for the HC. American 357. Yep. So we're going to go through a little cloud right here. Watch this. Watch this, A-Rot. Just a little bit of chop through that one. Let's see if we can hit another
South
one.
1005 to Center, maintain at 8,000.
I want to see if we can get any. Well, I don't think we had any load alleviation on this departure. You know what I can do is I can save the preset and then go back to default, right? I'll show you guys live. Gus, I know Nightbot just slapped you. All right, let's try this. Let's try. Oh wait, hold on. We're about to go through another cloud here. Let's see if we get any off this one. I like that it's not every cloud. I like that it's not every cloud. Oh yeah, there was a little chop. See it move? This is just little wispies though. It's moving. It's definitely moving through that one. Just little wispies though. Look, somebody on the arrival coming into Denver though. That's cool. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to put it on, let's put it on this view right here. I think it's got some good lighting. Now, let me show y'all. I'm going to play with Atmos, okay? So I'm going to save this as test and test 2. Okay. All right, my set was saved. So now if I reset all, I should be able to load it back, right? Okay, so that is without anything. See everything, the more of the yellow hints? Now let me see if I can reload. How do I reload it? Load up the frickin', it's not loading it. There we go. See, off, that's just the ozone. And then bring it back. I mean, I'm doing this, I'm doing very small adjustments. I'm gonna go full screen cam here. But tell me, what do you guys think? Karashi says he can't tell. Ramon says it's quite a difference. I definitely think it's noticeable. It looks cleaner, like Dale is saying. So, Josh, you say you can't tell? Then you might. I mean, look at that. You can't tell? Look how white the clouds are. Need 4K. Here, well, maybe for Josh, let's do this. Let me increase it. See, but I don't really want it. I don't want to go too hardcore. Let me mess with these a little bit. See, that to me looks too blue. Ooh. Okay, we don't want to do that. Let's reset you back to default. Flashbang out. I think it's just subtle enough, man, that it adds it makes it less yellowy and I like it. Looks like my sim, but I use presets, not Atmos. Yeah, and that's, you know what? That's a great point, Max. Is I was saying it's the same thing. Like I'm sure you can do the same thing with preset filters and stuff. But for $11. Adam Chino, thanks for the $5 super chat, man. Here's a bit of dough to fund a 42 immersion for the Phoenix 320. I thought about it, Adam Chino. I thought about it. Thank you, man. Appreciate the $5 super chat. I mean, that to me, look at that view. That looks cleaner. Let's go without the window. Get rid of the window. Just look at that. That looks pretty dang good, if you ask me. Al W, what's up, man? Better late than never. But I had a date with a lady and some Thai food. Ooh, sounds good, man. Yeah, it looks cold, right? That's what I'm telling you. It looks cold out there. Swap fan pilot. I'd recommend the Real Shade preset. Well, I kind of want to play with it. Let me see if can I get a preset right now. Let's play with this. So, where can I download? Well, I'm sure I know I can download them, right? So Atmos. How do I search? Only public sets off. Public sets on. Which one do you recommend? SWA. Let me see what you said. I recommend the Real Shade preset. Let me look for that one. Let's try this in real time. Hopefully we don't crash the sim. I'll be really pissed and they'll be dead to me and I'll never... no records found for Real Shade. I don't see anyone on that one. Lupo's presets? I think this looks freaking good right now, though. Look how we just get a little bit of light chop too as we climb out, little light turb. Ethan, I mean, you tell me if it's worth the price. $11, right? For $11. Here's the other thing too. Keep this in mind. Let's go outside real quick. I almost like my other preset a little bit better. So I always said that flying. Oh, that's what it is. Okay, never mind. That's why it's not there. I always said, yeah, I think it looks too blue, Carol. I agree. I'm going back to my original one here. Let me go back to my original one. I'm not sure how to, like, manipulate this. I have to click on this button. There we go. I think that's a little less blue, right? Yeah, it's definitely not intuitive, Caro. Like, to just reload my own profile, it's kind of a pain in the butt. I'm just trying to set it up to where it approximately was. Like, my own... like, it should be a lot easier. I don't know. I think that looks pretty good. That's close enough. I'm trying, Gabriel. Feels like a UI for school project. But what I think makes a difference is I never flew midday in the sim. We're literally middle of the day in the sim right now. And I always said midday flying, that's the worst time to fly Microsoft Flight Sim because it just looked very mid. It just was, the colors were off and it just looked like it just wasn't enjoyable compared to the golden hour, right? The sunrise and sunset. So I think this changes that. It's kind of like washed out. Yeah, true. I guess that's a good way to say it. It feels washed out and just meh. Ooh. Oh, look. Did you guys see the laugh? Look. We're getting some chop right now. Flight guys, please take your seats. Oh, jeez. We're getting it now. I'm gonna dial back to 7.6 Mach. 7.6 selected. Did you guys see that? Did you see that deflection? That was cool. See if we can climb out of here. We're selected 7.6 on the Mach now. You know what we can do? We can get some performance back. We don't need any of this. We'll turn all this off. Yep, inadequate. We got real cat turb right now. So I like that. And this is with medium settings in Microsoft. Somebody said it doesn't matter. But I still have my default Microsoft settings at medium, and then I have basically the black box profile for real cat turb right now. Well, I don't know. We're going over the Rockies right now, A-Rod. I feel like this is where we get a lot of bumps, isn't it? Might be too busy. It might be too bumpy up here. Might have to go back down. I mean, because in the snow, if you think about it, heavy snow is not really super bumpy, right? It's kind of peaceful and quiet and just, unless you're in thunder snow. And the wind down there when we took off, after we got airborne, it was, you know, 10 knots. 7, it depends, Gus. It depends on your weight. Where's my iPad? We can probably do that right now for a 321. It's going to be 7.5, 7.6. It's going to be one of the two. It's just dependent on weight and altitude. Yeah, there you go. You see she's rocking. Let me pull up. A-Rod, yeah, they are, or Totten, they're in there right now. In the Flight Sim General. I can't remember who posted it. Somebody posted an image of the settings. And that's what I have. Yeah, we're getting it right now pretty good. Oh, I saw the aileron deflect a little bit over there. Severe turbulence for this airplane. Let's see. So we're in a 321, 231. Yeah, it's 154. We're at 154.6 at flight level 360. We'll look at, and we're 154. So actually, we can go to 7.9. Honestly, heck, we could do. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, 7.6 Mach. Yeah, because we're 154. We could do 7.9 right now. 35 is 7.86, so we could go a little bit faster. Let's go 7.7. What are the clouds looking like in X-Plane 11? I don't even know. All right, so let's put a poll in chat. Well, we still got a good number of here. Let's see. What do you guys think of Rex Atmos? First, I'm going to ask you, Rex Atmos. Rex Atmos. Rex Adams, jeez. Can you tell the difference? How would I word this? Is this visual difference worth $11 to you? There we go. Start pulling. Let me know what you think. We would play it with Atmos. I think this is I like this setting here. A little less blue, but it's definitely a little bit brighter. Look at that. Still getting some chop up here. Look at that, though. I can really tell on that one. It'd be worth it if they released it 4 years ago. Agreed. But here's the thing. I mean, oh man, we're getting raw. We may have to go back down. This is going to be uncomfortable. I don't think, guys, I mean, look. I don't know if this 2024 is going to be an instant switchover day. I mean, I'm not going to be flying 24 heavily until the Fenix is over there, at the very least, you know. I'll fly the 350, I'll fly the 330, but I'll fly some GA stuff. But, man, until we have 100% compatibility, because why would you want to give up some compatibility with our awesome Fenix now? This simulation is out of this world. So I'm going to run both sims, especially since 24 you don't even have to download. You don't have to download it. It's just streamed. I just spent $14 on a mid burrito at Chipotle. Jacobs, my problem with the 320 SimFX is you see these the effects of the condensation on the wings up at altitude. That's not realistic. I mean, even JJ Stevens, I mean, your post of it, like that constant flickering of the not even flickering, but just the constant change of the vapor over the wing up at altitude and speed is unrealistic. They need to cap that at like 1,000 feet. So if the effects was capped at 1,000 feet, I'd probably do it. But I don't want to be seeing vapor, you know, when I'm turning at 25,000 feet. I wish I could just get the wet water effects. Raise your hand or hit the like button if you bought wet runway effects for X-Plane 11, I believe. Or was it 10? But you know what's crazy? Think about this. We pay for add-ons to have wet runway effects and water effects in X-Plane 10, 11, 12. I don't know if is it native in 12? I think it's native in 12. Microsoft Flight Sim 2020. But going back to FSX, we had wet surface effects. Default in FSX. I'm not seeing turbulence on the weather charts. It shows from surface to 260 and the jet stream is at 32 or is at 320. That's why it's called clear air turbulence. It's hard to predict, Team Vodka. Now what I could do is I could put a, you know what? Where's my... So I have we use like a real, for real flights, we use, what's it called? There's like SkyPath, Widget Weather. There are programs, there's apps that use the accelerometers in your EFB to help you determine if there is turbulence or not. You can help guys in front of you if you're going through turbulence. And I should file a real world PyRep right now, even though I'm in the sim. Just do a real world PyRep. Team Vodka says, I think it's imaginary. I don't know, man. I think it looks pretty dang good. I mean, that was just a chop. That's all it was. I mean, we're back to smooth again. Look at that. Yeah, I don't know, Vodka. I know you're against it. I might. Hey, look, the jury's out for me too right now. I'll tell you what we'll do is I'm half tempted to turn it to low on the way back, but I don't know. I think we'll just keep it at medium. Look, we're perfectly smooth right now. Now, let's see. This will be the ultimate test if this is real turbulence or not. So if you're unaware, the Airbus and all airliners have a turbulence switch. You could turn turbulence on in the airplane in real life. You ready? What's happening? We an active pause? No. Why can't I turn my seatbelt sign off? What's happening here? There we go. Seatbelt sign. I've turned the seatbelt sign off. A-Rot says, the fun part of the switch is you don't even have to move it. You just touch it, and you will get turbulence. I agree. Yep, we're not getting any, though. Alright, so Team Vodka's right. It's not real. I turned off the seatbelt sign, and we have no turbulence. Let's continue descending 240. An article, Amir was in here yesterday, and he said that medium is actually more fun. So we've got medium on right now. All right, let's set 200. This is a short flight. I said it's going to be a short flight. We're action-packed today. We got a lot to do. So we'll manage the speed. Who's that? Why do I get these auto ATC things? Get away from me. Scare me here. We're descending down to 200. Company message. We'll enter destination data, and we'll watch the wingtips all the way down. All right, let's pull up let's get rid of you. My flight, we'll just do this METAR. Arrival METAR Albuquerque. Calm winds 9 miles, 0. It's cold. Uh, 0 degrees and what is it? 3018. We'll plan for the 8 approach. Let's go back. Albuquerque. We'll go back to day mode here since we're above the we are above the gloomy clouds. So we're coming off of date me 200. Bottom altitude is Kristen at 9,000. 26 is the hardcore RNP. I don't think we need to do that today, so we'll set 9,000. ILS runway 3. No, we're going to do approach ILS runway 8. That's the one we want off of Christian. 079, the barrow is 5527. Oh, we're in turbulence on our descent, going right back down through that same layer. Go ahead and turn the seatbelt sign back on. Tell you what, let's see if we can just bottom out. Let's go ahead and set 240. Let's do an open descent. See if we can find a little bit smoother air here. Guy who hates Denver flies there twice in the same day. What's up, Mark? Dude, it's got all the weather, man. Denver's got all the weather. I flew the 172 in the sim trying out different turbulence. I find the most accurate medium 2, plus it helps since I flew that morning. Yeah, inadequate. And here's the great thing with, well, not the great thing, but I mean, it is great because it's at home and you don't have to go into an airplane to feel it. But what makes turbulence difficult, I think, to seem realistic is when you're in a real airplane, you don't really see the turbulence other than if you're looking out at the wings or you kind of see stuff moving around you. Turbulence is almost 100%. I'd say it's probably what, 80, 95, 90% of your body feeling the effects. When you're flying your flight simulator, you don't feel anything unless you have a butt kicker or motion rig. So for the vast majority of us, we don't feel anything. So that we have to take something that in real life is almost 100% felt and invisible to making it 100% visible, if that makes sense. So I think the optics of turbulence can be very difficult to recreate without some sort of movement or some sort of feedback. Now, that's what makes force feedback yokes fantastic, because you actually get some of that. So, but I don't know. See, we're on that descent. I mean, I like it. I kind of like this, Team Vodka. I'm not gonna lie, man. I kind of like this. Felix, no, we're sitting at medium right now. We're sitting at medium. JJ, I set up to the one. Somebody posted something in the Discord. It was the black box settings. So, whatever somebody posted, the black box settings I'm using. I don't want to open Discord right now because Discord does crash the sim. Alright, so with 242 votes, 57% people say we have an $11 difference. I mean, I think that looks pretty dang good. I'm going to be completely honest with you. It's cold, it's snowy, visibility is good, but you have clouds. It's bright up here above the clouds, and this is middle of the day. This is when my sim normally looks ugly, and I do not like to fly at 12 noon. But I'm being completely honest with you, I can get by with this. I think this looks pretty dang good for middle of the day flying. I'm going to end the poll there. Fubar dropping a $10 super chat. Fubar, my man, appreciate that. Always appreciate your in-depth knowledge and interaction with V1 Nation. Thanks for all you do. Well, thank you, Fubar. Gotta make sure I'm not getting a premium trip call here. Nope, spam. Fubar, thank you so much for that $10 super chat, dude. Look, I'm glad you enjoy it because I love this stuff, man. And this is why I love V1 Nation. I love all y'all in the chat. You come and view, you talk, we hang out. But like, even more so is I love aviation, and I'm passionate about aviation, including simviation. And when I find stuff that's exciting to me, I like to be able to share that with y'all. And then when you guys are receptive of it, it just is like it's a never-ending loop. Like, it makes me more excited that you're excited about something that I'm excited about. So I get juiced up, man. That's why we got the juice emoji. We get juiced. Look at this. Team Vodka, send me a screenshot of what your sim looks like right now. I guarantee you it does not look this juicy. Who's this guy? Is this guy on stream? If you're on stream and you're in Microsoft, unless it's Gus in X-Plane 11, take a screenshot and post your picture in the Discord. I want to see what yours looks like. I'm going to take a screenshot right now. I've got a screenshot of this image as we get ready to go into Albuquerque. Jack, greetings from Colorado. You look like a troll. You've got about 10 seconds to tell me why you're not a troll or you're going to be permanently banned. Why do you have my logo as your thing? The circle of thrust. Exactly, Jacobies. Imposter, says Mickey G. Oh, Mickey G, hold on. Let me check something. Don't go anywhere. Jack's a hardcore V1 Nation, that's all. Sus. Seems very sus. Tracking package, Mickey G. I'm loading it right now. What? Weather may cause a delay, Mickey G. I'll send you a tracking when I get done with this. But it was supposed to be delivered today. It says, on the way, weather may cause delay. This was this morning at 3:50 a.m. Unacceptable. Telling me the frickin' UPS drivers can't drive in the sleet and snow and ice and rain and tornadoes. JJ Stevens, thank you for the $5 super chat, man. Appreciate you. Use 100, 100, 100 for the first 3 boxes of the Fenix. It's different for each plane. Make sure you click save and reload when you change. That sounds suspect. Mickey, JJ, I'll look at that after we land. I'll look at that after we land. So 100, 100, 100 for the first 3 boxes. I don't want to. I don't want to do it while we're flying, right? All right, let's go ahead and set 9,000. And we are right there. Thrust idle, descent. Turn these up a little bit. Now that we're above. All right, thrust idle, descent, LS push buttons are on. We need to slow down here. Below 28, we're looking good. Yes, I can do it on stream. If my stream crashes, I'm blaming you, JJ. So right now, will it automatically detect a new profile? I do 80, 70, 60. 100 seems like a lot. I don't want that much. I don't want 100 on the first 3. Terrain turbulence to 100? You might be running low, though. I'm running medium Microsoft Turb. In my opinion, real Turb is overrated. I installed it way over the top. Well, I think maybe it's on too high. I think this looks pretty good, Mark. You tell me. Let me know. Let me know. Jeremy, right now I haven't noticed any frame issues. So now we are going into a freeware airport that I have no idea what it even looks like. So hopefully we don't have additional issues there. But I haven't noticed anything. I think Max said that the Atmos is negligible on frames. 100 times 3, but isn't that just going to make it stronger? I don't want to make it stronger. Imposter has been neutralized. Really? Yeah, what happened to the imposter? Where'd he go? Lucifer, I'm still actively testing. We're kind of messing with settings as we go along here. After this stream, I'll post everything that I ran for this stream and I'll pin it because we're still kind of doing some tweaking here and there. $530 viewers, 340 likes. The V1 Nation grows by the day. It sure does, man. Will be your first flight in 2024? Probably in an A330, if I'm being completely honest with you. Man, who's this guy? We're overtaking him. Are we supposed to be at 250 knots coming up here? Traffic going into Albuquerque. What's your indicated airspeed? Are you on comms?
You're referring to 3791. We are just under about 270 indicated.
Okay, copy that. Yeah, we're overtaking it. We'll pull it back. We're right on top of you.
Oh no, we're following you. We'll slow down.
Okay, all right. We'll pick it up. Then we'll be going right over the top. Yeah, we'll maintain. Tell you what, we'll just maintain 14,000 for now. All right, 280 thrust idle open descent. 14 is blue. Magic barrel ref
Roger, I'll
is
take
set.
it back to live about 30 degrees right for a second.
Roger that. Thanks. Force Raptor. My man, Force Raptor coming in here and dropping 5 gifted memberships. Force Raptor, didn't you just drop some memberships yesterday? I appreciate you, man. Very, very kind. Thank you for the love and support. Got to hand it to Force Raptor, man. He's been around channel for quite some time, and I've called him by the wrong name ever since he got here, and it just stuck. So appreciate you. Thanks for the love, and thanks for spreading the membership cheer. All right, so we're 280. We're descending. We're going to maintain 14. He looks like he is taking a vector off the right. There he goes. Wonderful. So thank you for that, sir. We'll set 10,000. We'll maintain 280 in the descent. Actually, let's go ahead and pick it up. Let's increase open descent. We'll shoot down to 10, and then we can slow down. So we're doing a full-blown open descent straight down. We got the speed brakes out. I think it's looking good, don't you, Fubar? I'm curious how Gus is going to justify how X-Plane still looks better than this after this stream. I'll get G's up and running. G's up and running. Flight recorder's up and running. I'm doing all the wrong things, y'all. Remember when I said I like to run default sim? Well, I just officially fell off the deep end. I think we've pretty much added everything that we can add. So, I fell off the deep end, but I've got a weird feeling in my stomach, y'all, about 2024. Not that it's not going to be good. I don't think it's going to be what I want it to be out of the gate on release day, obviously. I think there's going to be some growing pains. I think we're going to need a couple months to get our favorite add-ons in the sim. And I've said it before, I'm excited for the GA aspect of it. I think it'll be really fun to do some low and slow and take a full advantage of all the new visuals. But aside from the default birds, which it almost appears like they're working really hard to make the default birds be some real enjoyable aircraft, and that's good. I mean, I like that, but I've never been using a sim where the default airplanes have been my bread and butter. Is this going to be the first sim where that changes? Maybe, but it's to be determined. So I plan to run 2020 here until we at least know we got some possible icing. We'll get the engines on until we at least know. Oh shoot, everything's okay? Hold up, stand by. I just knocked my radios off the panel here. That wasn't good. I forget what I was saying, but even Amir said yesterday that he said in the blog post rather, that they haven't even had the new sim to work on their getting the Fenix set up until it drops. So yeah. Yeah, Jeremy says Amir Kant says they can't optimize for 24 immediately, right? And I mean, I that's understandable, but I just don't know why Microsoft doesn't, unless, I mean, I probably know why. It ends with Y and starts with Mon. But I don't know why Microsoft wouldn't reach out to, like, the #1 dev on the platform and be like, here, this is what you have to look forward in the next 8 months, you know? Start messing with it. A lot's going to change, but the fact that they don't have any access to that just makes me a little bit sad. All right, 9,000. Let's just go ahead and go thrust idle open descent down to 10, or down to 9 rather. Those are on. Now this approach is linked up, so we will maintain. We're 180. 10 for 9. Lights are on. Let's activate, confirm the approach phase. I've seen people getting upset that some devs plan to charge for an update to 24. Those devs need to get paid. Yeah, and I think, you know, Aaron, it's all, everything. I mean, look, when you understand that money makes the world go round, a lot of the world starts to make sense. And I think you're right, man. But, and I also agree with you too. Like, you can't, if those companies have to put in more work and more time, you got to charge some sort of a fee, right? No one wants to work for free. That's not That's not how the world goes round. I know we would all love for everything to be free, but that's not reality. Follow the money, exactly. Team Vodka, yeah, if they add all the new features, they should be able to charge for that. Right, and look, that's the thing, though, is we won't even know what they have to do or don't have to do because we're not devs. But I'm right there with you, Team Vodka. Yeah, you're going to bring this airplane into the sim. We'll get all the new ground effects, all the new wind effects, and you're not losing any features, then it's understandable. But if you're going to have to charge for an update to have less features, that's, I don't think anybody is going to do that. I hope not. I do wonder why the Flaps 2 180 engines get a little funky, you know that? This happened to us yesterday too, even without real turb on. Alright, final approach fixed altitude, 6,300 feet. Let's do that. Down we go. Thrust idle open, descent. We'll arm it up here as we make the turn. JJ says, V1 I was using Rex Atmos Sim FX Real Turb in the video. Watched 100 settings. To me, it's perfect. I am waiting several months for 2024. JJ, thanks again for another $5 super chat. Dude, that video is what got me to do it, man. I just wish that Sim FX didn't have the condensation or the vapor on the wing at altitude, because that's not realistic. You don't see that up at high speed and higher altitude. Actually, this is at or above 8 right there. Hold on. Set 8. Set 8, set 8. But, JJ, no, I mean, I appreciate the $5 super chat, man. Like I said, the turbulence, seeing that load alleviation function take place on your video is what did it for me. I was like, okay, because we didn't see that happen once yesterday on the South America stream. And I feel like it should have when we took off. Oh, you can turn that down or off? You had my attention now. First you had my curiosity, now you have my attention. Bot Atmos, you win this time. Matt Burgess, look, man, hey, I'm not here trying to make anybody spend money to buy Atmos. I fully understand the arguments on all sides of Atmos. I fully understand them. I'm just here showing you live what I'm experiencing and what I think looks good. Look at this view right now. This is middle of the day flight sim. In my opinion, middle of the day flight sim never looked very good. This looks much more realistic. I got a little wider clouds. There's still a little gray underneath. I mean, I'll post all my stuff after this stream too. So if you do have Atmos and you want to do the settings that I have, but I would suggest playing around with them. You can't hurt anything. So play around with them, see what the different settings do. And be interesting. Andre says, maybe I should consider giving Atmos another shot after the CTDs I had. Uh-oh. You had CTDs with Atmos? Don't tell me that, Andre. Jacob says, make him buy it like you did me. All right, Loke Star, Glide Slope Blue. This is a freeware airport. I never loaded in to see if it even worked. I'm hoping there's a runway out there. I see one now. This is Albuquerque. If you've ever been to Albuquerque, it's bumpy all the time, so I actually believe this. Recording is on. Let's see how this is. Did we bind it? I think we bound it, right? Autopilot's coming off. Let's go hardcore mode. Auto thrust is off. Manage speed. Gear down. VFE next, -10, flaps 3. Oh, the reflection off the flaps. Look at this. Look at this. Look at that. Come on. That looks good, chat. We're getting a little high because I'm looking at the flaps. That's all right. Flaps full landing checklist. Fan pilot. I saw that, but a little bit pricey for what I saw in the photos. Now, they could have just been old photos, but I don't know. We'll see what this freeware looks like. I think we've done Albuquerque once or twice on stream, and one of those times was in X-Plane. So this is not an airport that we visit frequently. All right, manual brakes. Full flaps, landing checklist, cabin crew advised, auto thrust is off. ECAM memo, landing all green. Landing checklist complete. We're coming through 1,000 feet. We're stable. We got a quartering tailwind, 5 knots. So Be ready for a smasheroni here. I think I see a Pepto plane down there, unless that's another Silver Airways ATR. What are with these Pepto birds? Team Vodka, why did you ruin my traffic here?
Above.
Kablamo! Alright, don't read the chat, let's land. Interesting VASI alignment here. Nice displays threshold. Wind is shearing off. It looks good. Plenty of energy. Let's start working it out. Let it come down. Ooh, don't smash. That was hard. I didn't want to float it though. I could have done better, but I didn't want to float. That felt good though. That feels good. Sharklet flare mode feels good, y'all. It feels really good. $70 knots. Take the high speed here. Second stream delayed for model matching fixing. Yes. We're going to delay the RJ stream. You guys want to see some RJ stuff, right? I want to see some RJ stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Albuquerque. I'm going to stop the recording. We're going to save it. We're going to watch both replays at the conclusion of this stream. We're going to do a real world turnaround here. Yeah, I saved it. Oh, it wasn't, we didn't smash at all, but it wasn't the best. 1.15, 246, that's about what I would expect with that one. We had a lot of energy, brought the power out. If that was a wingtip fenced airplane, that probably would have settled and smashed. But we had plenty of energy there to save it with a little bit of extra backstick. I was late on the flare, is what that was. I was doing one of those Shiza flares, you know? All right, let's go ahead and we didn't have the lights on either, that's why. The engine anti-ice can come off. We don't need it. Let's get the APU up and running. Strobes are off. Let's taxi down on the gate. Oh yeah, it was definitely a fine landing, but it wasn't the the greaser that we look for. A321 Albuquerque. I'm gonna save this landing. That landing has been saved. APU is spooling. Albuquerque field elevation is within 100 feet of Denver. That is very interesting, AJ. You're right. Absolutely right. Bought the 146 on the second day and the RJ today. That was an expensive week. I bet it was, man. I hope someone drops like a United livery for later today. Is there any liveries out yet? Somebody get Whiskey Throttle on the horn. Tell them we need to start painting RJ liveries. We've got Northwest and we've got BizX, which that's old school. I think that was like the first Delta RJ operator up in the Northeast, right? BizX or Biz Express? I can't remember. I know we have the livery on the RJ. I saw it in there. I just saw this aircraft leaving Dallas in real life an hour ago. It looks like it's heading to San Juan. Dude, that's cool. Legendary Aviator, my man. Thank you for the $5 super chat. How do pilots decide what criteria, when to use auto throttle versus not, when to use auto throttle during landing? Well, first off, that's going to apply greatly, or that's going to vary greatly on your operator's SOP. Some may say that you have to have it on. Some may say that you don't. For us, I turn it off every trip. So at least one landing a trip without the auto throttle. Sometimes more. Got to keep your skills, man. It's a perishable skill. We're going to cut across the pad here. Let's see if we can find ourselves a gate. Should we do Alpha 1? Let's see if... I don't know if Alpha 1 is going to be legit or not. And they got some baggage carts out there. You know, the only time I ever went to Albuquerque Airport as a passenger, I flew in for an interview that I subsequently failed for a caravan operator. I was not prepared for that. Just like the real marshalers telling me to go right when I know I need to come more left. I'm not going to listen to you. Although those cones are in the they're in the not safe area, so this would be, we'd have to stop here. I gotta fix my brakes. Still got that issue where they jump up too fast. Calibration issue. All right, I'm gonna listen to you. I think I'm past the line, but I'm gonna listen to this Parker. That was terrible marshalling. That was some of the worst marshalling I've ever seen. Engine 2, seatbelt sign. Engine 1. She wants me to hang myself, that's what it looked like, or off myself. No GSX employee should ever be trusted. We're spooling down. Parked too far into the right. I told you it was too far, and she thinks we're too far to the right. Are you kidding me? I mean, that is bang on. You wanted me to, like, yeah, that was, she's terrible marshalling. Absolutely terrible marshalling. Beacon lights coming off. Hang tight on that APU bleed right after shutdown. Because what happens is if you turn that APU bleed on right as these engines are spooling down, you'll suck up some of those fumes right into the APU, and it'll make the cabin smell like fumes. That drives me nuts when guys do that. Because when the engine shuts down, if you're ever out there, if you work on the ramp, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You shut down, a little unburnt fuel, you know, it's a jet engine that's being cut off. So anything left, you get some little fumes and some smoke kind of wisps out. And especially if the wind is right, those wispy smokes are going to just come up to the tail. And there's your inlet right there. It's going to go right up into the APU and going to come right through the packs. It's going to make everybody smell like Jet A. But we're all set up. Let's go ahead and go back to our regular camp. We're going to turn this airplane around, shall we? Do you ever start to bleed before shutdown? You can, Waffles. But like I said, just explained, you're probably going to have those issues. So I like to wait a couple extra seconds. What I'll do, Waffles, I'll turn it real cold, turn the bleed off, shut the engines down, wait, and then I'll redo them. All right, who's ready to go back to that snow? Team Vodka says with the MFGs, when you plug them in or restart, you have to push all the axes to full. I just need to do a recalibration, Team Vodka. I know I do. All right, y'all. Welcome to Albuquerque. I'm going to refile us. I'm going to hit the lav. I'll put on some tunes. I'll let you guys watch the deplaning process here. And we'll get ready for leg 2. I'm surprised GSX doesn't have deboarding music. What kind of music do they listen to in Albuquerque? Country music? Spanish music. There you go. Give me Spanish deplaning music. We got the APU on yet? APU's avail. That's coming down. Hopefully the ground air is hooked up. All right, second leg. We're nav position 2. Team Vodka's flying it. I'm going to refile us. I'll be back in about 5 to 7 minutes.
Catering vehicles are on their way.
Alright. Hold on. I'm back. I need to re-secure myself. Alright. Get this over here. Alright. Hold on. Let me check, make sure there's no tornado coming. I am under tornado watch, I believe. This music has been awesome. Hope you got to use the lab, stretch your legs, get something to eat in the terminal. Oh man, we got some weather coming, y'all. Tornado watch in effect. Tornado, severe thunderstorm warning. See, what's frustrating is I probably could have gone fishing today. Because where I'm at, everything has been right around me. But, like I said earlier, it's no fun to fish when you're constantly looking over your shoulder, trying not to get hit by friggin' lightning. Alright, what's Force Raptor doing? Oh, how's the max update? Yeah, guys, how is that max update coming? Turk? Is Turk here? Turk is a huge fan of the iFly Max. I'm actually kind of surprised, y'all, that we haven't heard anything from them. Been a little quiet, huh? I can't fly that plane until we fix the N1s, man. That N1 issue is wild. Look, we got brakes hot. Let's go ahead and get the fans on. What do we have here? We'll do a turn with 300. We're right at the limit. Oh, listen to the fans outside. Yes. Let's blow some carbon dust on the rampers. We'll turn them off. We should be able to cool off from here. All right, reinitialize. Let's do an init request. We'll zero out. This is what we got to do too. We got to turn off all flight directors and LS push buttons. That's an after start. We never did the shutdown checklist. Parking checklist. I don't know. I don't call it, so I don't know how it starts. I forget how it starts, and then I could remember it. Engines off. Seatbelts off. Exterior lights set. Ice protection off. Fuel pumps off. Fuel electric pump off. Parking brake is on. Oh, there's something missing it. See, I don't. The parking checklist for us, it's a read do, so or read verify. So the FO reads it. I know all my responses. Off, set, off, on, set, off, on. But I don't know what the actual calls are. All right, we're operating this back outbound. Merkin. 357 return leg. I'm going to turn off G. So I've also noticed I don't like to run Gs when not you landing. So turn it off when you do turns. I think it causes issues. Did we just get a PDC? We don't even have PDC on this aircraft. What? Hold on. Yeah. Oh. Is fly-by-wire a gift from God? Do you study, practice, train, and rehearse these divine principles? Are you prepared in every respect to follow and salvation? Affirmative. Send it. Print. Alright. I haven't had that one in a while, y'all. Alright, we're going back. I refiled us 330 just a little bit lower because of the turbulence. Because of our real turb, we have realism here. So I refiled us and destination Albuquerque. I didn't get an auto ATC, or maybe I need to refile. No. All right. Well. All right. I will. I'm gonna remove my Hoppy from it. But that one didn't seem like the traditional Mormon one we get. That one seemed like somebody just trolling us. So if you're trolling us, okay, the first time was funny. You could stop now. Alright, departures, we're going to just blast off 8. And the SID is the Largo 3. Largo 3 departure. It's a vector departure, I guess. All runways. Doesn't seem like a good departure, though. I guess we'll do the Largo 3 back to Albuquerque. Gus is probably the saboteur. You're right, man. Fiery Gondola, then the Tabernac 3 into Denver. They still land in north in Denver. What do we plan to land on Denver? 3-4, 3-5 left, 3-5 right. Plan on 3-5 right. We're coming on the Tabernac 3. Oh, actually, you know what? This is why I hate Denver, but yeah, I have no clue. Roberto's here. What's up, man? Good to see you. Trolling in Microsoft. Things have changed. Roberto, I figure we're in Albuquerque. We gotta spice it up, right? We'll plan for 3-4 left, 3-5 left. So that'll be off the Laura transition. And we'll plan for 3. That's a long taxi. They're all long taxis. I guess 3-5 right. 3-5 right. To bar 3. And off of Gondola. Insert. Done. Secondary. There's a complex special here. We're not going to get into it on this stream. Oh, hold on. I never deleted my other one. Delete secondary. Reinitialize. Expect 3-4 left. Charlie 31. 3-4 right. All right. I'll expect. Well, I'm gonna request 3-5 right now because I already put it in. AJ, thanks for $3 super chat. Low key Xbox Tropico stream later with this music. Maybe we'll see, man. We'll see. AJ. I mean, it's Friday. I'm surprised you're not flying along, AJ. We'll come back to 8. It's the longest runway. 3-4 right for the arrival gate. Okay. We'll change it on our way back. 040, temperature 2 degrees. Still cold down here. I'm just going to change this one though because it has words and it's, well, a lot of these have words, lyrics. Little too much for me. 3012. Is our fueling done? Our fueling is done. We got 14.3 on board. I filed the right aircraft this time too. We're almost ready. Get the ARPU primed up. I'm guessing this music will change to pop after we're towards the Denver area. Maybe you guys do thanks for the $5 super chat. I'm not sure what they listen to in Denver, man. A mix between country music and Brokeback Mountain, I guess. Denver's a weird place, my man. Aviation dude, thanks for the $5 super chat though. Music giving me vibes of the Mexican restaurant I went to last night. Oh yeah. You know, I haven't been to a good Mexican restaurant in a while. I need to go. Ooh, we got an Air Canada Max. Hey, look, Turk in the U.S. is here. Turk in the U.S. is with us. He's flying the Max. And we got a Sky West over there. No more Peptos. That's good. This is a full load. This is a full flight. Denver back, or going back to Denver? They still probably listen to Fish. Feel like a banjo player? I know. AJ's YouTube bill, $234 this month. All $3 donos. I mean, you're not wrong. AJ's a big time supporter of the channel. I always got to proofread though, you know. Whenever I see an AJ dono, I really gotta proofread it, and my hand is ready to just exit out. All right, 330 is set. I'm gonna just put this to 100. This would zero out. All right, we are pretty much ready to go. We'll fire up the APU.
Tabarnak.
Uh-oh, Gus is on board. I want to increase the settings that these guys board at. We're going to go dense. Just to hurry them up a little bit. We need to stream Mexico City. I do love a good Mexico City flight, Roberto. I do love a good Mexico City flight, man. I would love to go down. You know, we haven't been down there in a minute. Could we take the Mexican one arrival? Should I buy the Fenix 320 or gamble the money away? Buy the Fenix 320, dude. All right. We're ready to go. We'll pause you. Let's go back to our perf. We've got to get serious on this now. We're within 10 minutes of departure, so we'll go back to ground services, weight and balance. That'll be ready to go. And then for perf takeoff, Albuquerque runway 08, dry, sync prelim, force toga, yes. I'm curious to see what kind of flaps this gives me. Let me see here. Flap 2. Can I force a flap 1? Yeah, we're going to force a flap 1. 48, 55, 57. That's what we're going to do out of here. That's what we're going to do out of here. Let's go ahead and get the conditioning on. APU bleed. We'll keep that on. We're by Captain Sim, basically gambling. That is true. By Captain Sim. I got to reset this wing view. It's a little bit too close to the window, huh? Where is it at? Just a hair too close. There we go. Save that one there. Beautiful. All right. Who's ready to go back to Denver? What's the current weather in Denver? About the same as when we left? Well, you know what, Gus? I can report turbulence now on our flight. If you're flying back, I'm going to have to report some turbulence. Reporting turbulence is one thing, but slowing your simulated airplane down in busy airspace because of the turbulence, that's a whole nother level. Not only is it slowing down a 777. Like, do 777s even need to slow down? It's like it's 7.9 turbulent penetration speed. Watching the stream now in VR? Wow, Anatical, that's wild. Can we do an auto land? We might have to do one, Kyle Ferris. Do you want to do an auto land? Who wants to do an auto land? Poll time. Auto land in Denver. Poll activated. Auto land is lame. Well, you know, we haven't tested it in the new update, though. And when we left, I mean, RVR was what, 500? I thought it was calling out RVR 500 when we were taxiing out. Poll closed, yes, wins. It'll be a little spicy. Autoland goes auto kablamo. Well, in the 146 it did. And you know what, AJ? I think Team Vodka was right. I don't think you go barn door open on an Autoland in the RJ. We might have to test that again. So we got to think of a cooler route. Maybe start somewhere west of Telluride that has commercial service. Where could we go in the RJ stream? I want to go to Telluride, and then maybe Telluride to Centennial, or there's got to be another airport than Denver International that they used to go to, right? Or I guess we could just go right back into Denver, but I want to go somewhere to Telluride, then Denver. Colorado Springs, Aspen. We could do, what if we go Telluride? Well, Telluride Aspen is super short. Provo, Utah, that's an idea. Oh, look, there goes that SkyWest. Is that the Tabernacle of Gus himself? Those are some good ideas, yeah. Okay, I'll look at that. Oh, America West already pushed back and ready to go? Everybody's standing around. I don't know why we got all these doors open. It's cold out there. Mandated union break. He's got to be in the aircraft if he's swearing in French Canadian. That might be Gus, but Gus doesn't have the Max. He could be flying the Zebo, identifying as a Max. Why am I getting so many spam calls today? The election's over. It's like the 4th call since we've been live here. Hopefully it's not the National Weather Service telling me that we're about to be hit by a tornado. London City, we've done London City. I think London City's kind of clapped out, you know? Everyone does London City. It's a short runway, steep approach. It's cool. But I mean, we greased it in a 319 with not a steep approach function. And ever since then, I was like, okay, it's cool, but it's not like cool. I think Skardu, in my opinion, Skardu is more fun flying into Skardu than it is London City. Yeah, London City in the 146 is for sure we have to do that when we go back to do our London tour, a Europe tour. Absolutely. We're going to have to do it. I want to do it in a proper 146. Eagle could be an idea. How far is Eagle to Telluride? London has amazing photo gen in the last update. Oh, so that would be kind of fun. Well, I think by the time we go to London, it might be in 2024. What we could do, we might be taking a 350, you know? If we hit the 45K sub mark and we go A350 to, I don't know, where would we go in an A350 to start off the tour? I'm trying to adjust my seat here.
Albuquerque traffic, American 705, spotting out from runway 8. Alpha 2 section, Albuquerque traffic.
American. It looks like runway 3 right there, isn't it? Or is that 8? No, I'm thinking like the long haul. Oh, we could go Detroit to Heathrow in the A350 to start off the Euro tour. CYLW, British Columbia Mountains, Kelowna. Just opened my 3rd Corona, Mr. Martini. I'm jealous. I mean, I really want to speed these guys up. I can't speed them up anymore, huh? Man, real-time turn. Who likes real-time turns? Delta uses a 350 from Detroit to Amsterdam. Well, you know, maybe we'd have to leave from Atlanta. The HQ. I wonder what the Atlanta is going to look like in 2024. How isn't there a 321 British Airways with sharklets? Surely there's one. There's not, Ray? I'm surprised. It's 3 o'clock. Yeah, we got time. This flight's only about 40 minutes, not even.
Albuquerque traffic, American 705, 7100 for level 330 on a departure. Last call, Albuquerque traffic.
Someone had better smuggle a green chili burger on the flight for me, dude. You know what sounds good right now is like just a big...
Albuquerque traffic, American 484.
Like burrito. Green chili burrito. Or no, or like Fajitas. I go for some fajitas right now, not a burrito. Don't want to have a burrito before you get on the airplane, but fajitas, you know,
Albuquerque
pick around the beans.
1347 is entering ILS final for runway 08.
Gas station burrito. What Burrito Beach? Forever live in my memory. Mr. Martini convinced Mickey G to get one out of the fridge. Well, where's mine? That's what I should have done. I might go next door and get a little bourbon before the RJ stream. That's what I might do. Bourbon is a good preventative for colds as well, since all my kids are sick now. One kid got sick, and then today was like, psh, everybody else was sick, so time to get some bourbon going. Mickey G, I'm really upset that your package is delayed, to be honest with you. Would have been perfect for today. I'm gonna dip into my bulit. Oh, ooh. What are you gonna make, Turk? Or are you gonna make anything? You're just gonna be on the rocks. Oh, my on-call came through. Gotta leave at 4:20. Uh-oh, Team Vodka. No RJ flying for you, man.
Albuquerque traffic, United 1347 is on short final runway.
Go sit in the driveway till it arrives. Might be a minute. Come on. 321s take forever to board. And there should be a massive line here.
United 1347, you need to be on CTAF.
Oh, I forgot about CTAF. .3.
Yeah, Delta 1526, taxi 1808 via Alpha for 1.
Uh, 20.3 is a CTAF, 20.3. 330 is set, everything else is good, fueling is done. How's our wheel temps?
Albuquerque traffic, Frontier flight.
Is it still 300C?
Facing south.
That better not be a... That's a little bit of a bug there. That would definitely be cooled off by now. Oh, here comes that guy. Comes an unknighted. There goes the Pepto flight. Float it out, baby. Float it out. Ooh, that's a bounce. Oh, he bounced it. Go around, United. Go around, United. Oh. All right, 40 packs left. We're almost done. We're almost done. Definitely an illegal landing on that unknighted there. Is that a new Condor paint job? You landed at the opposite 1,000-footers, I know. We got to do it soon, Vodka. We got to go to Dubai or something. Watch all the communities.
Traffic, United 1526 landing up from runway 08.
So why...
302 out of 8.2 on the Largo 3, last call.
That United lining up... United lining up. What's your aircraft type? I'm curious what his aircraft is. Why is he pink? I wonder if he's trying to fly a United with sharklets.
Delta 796, Phoenix A321 with winglets updated.
Ah. Ah. That's weird.
Correction, chocolates.
Chocolates. Sound like you're from London. Or somewhere over there, where Aaron's from. So, I bet you it's got to do with the Sharklet liveries. It's got to be something to do with the liveries and the Sharklets. Because this only started on the Sharklet drop. That's exactly what it is. New VMR file, Team Vodka. But is that going to mess up all my other stuff?
Alpha Creek traffic, Delta 5026, taking off runway 08, departure to north, Alpha Creek.
Maybe Delta Sharklet livery? Maybe because I don't have a Delta Sharklet installed. I don't think I have a Delta Sharklet installed. Could that be it? I don't have a Delta Sharklet livery installed. But you update it and your old VMR doesn't have the updates in it, so they're pink. Okay. Oh my gosh, look at these colors. Look at... You can't tell me, other than Pepto out there, look at the sky colors. Look at the cloud color. Look how white and fluffy the clouds look. Does that not look a little bit more realistic instead of the yellowish off-white creme tones that we've seen? I like it. I'm going to say that I am not regretting my $11 purchase. Team Vodka says no. Well, he's also high, so don't listen to him. Can you just update in the vPilot right now? No, I have to... The VMR file? I don't know how that works. I think I have to like disconnect and I can restart it. Team Vodka, send me the file. If you send me the file,
American 484 Albuquerque Tower.
I can drop it in there, right? That's all I got to do. I have the file. Where? In my DMs? I don't see them in my DMs.
Albuquerque Tower, United 1347, you there? United 1347, Albuquerque Tower, good. I'm holding on, I'm, unknown taxiway, I don't know what the taxiway is, I request a taxi to the gate.
DM it to me.
United 1347, taxi to the terminal via left turn, and you can take that all the way down to the end, and you'll get to the terminal.
Alright, so I see all my... Oh, is that an MD-80 that just landed? That's awesome.
American 484, Albuquerque Tower, how do you read?
I see the VMR file in my folder. Which one do I have to update? All of them? That seems like too much work to update all of them for a few pink airplanes.
Good day, Albuquerque Tower, Frontier Flight 544, ready for taxi with information, Charlie on board.
Frontier Flight 544, Albuquerque Tower, hello, taxi, runway 8 via Charlie Alpha.
Charlie Alpha, runway 8, Frontier Flight 544.
That's right, we're almost done. It's in the FSLTL traffic base folder in your community. Oh, it's in my... I have to take the one from the community folder and put it in there? Oh. Okay. Hold on. There is one in there, copy, and then I'll put the other one in there. So let me find that. It's in the FSLTL traffic base folder. What's the name of the folder? I see the IVEO MTLs, FSLTL traffic base. I got it.
United 250
Got it.
Albuquerque Tower clearance on request.
The FSLTL rules VMR. Is that the one you want me to copy over? The rules one. Bonjour.
Albuquerque Tower, Air Canada 104, box Bravo 5 for push start. Air Canada 104, push and start your discretion. Break, Frontier, no, sorry, United 250, your clearance is on request, stand by. Air Canada 104, standing by.
I don't know which one it is, though. Albuquerque Tower, American 357. I guess we'll pick up clearance with you. Clearance to Denver with information, Charlie.
Yeah, you're number 3.
Now we're number 3. After all this time, we gotta wait. But I don't know which. So vodka.
Albuquerque Tower, good evening. United 648, information Charlie, request 5 to Denver.
United 648, your number 4, break. Frontier flight 544, wind, calm, runway 8, clear for takeoff.
Runway 8, clear for takeoff, Frontier flight 544.
I know. I thought I had some pool here. What's up with that key 6? Come on, controller. I know you're listening to the streams. Do me first. Get me first. Get my clearance first. That's awesome. Hearing the that close-up shot. All right. I guess we're standby. We'll dismiss you. Send to McDo. Sync final. Sync live. Calculate. Send to McDo. 48. 55, 57. 48, 55, 57. Flap 1. No flex up 0.9. Checks. There goes Frontier flight. This looks way better. This looks so much better than the regular colors. You guys are crazy.
Albuquerque Tower, United 647 at the gate, and get signing off. Thank you for your ADC, sir.
Yeah. Air Canada 104, push and start is at your discretion, by the way.
Do I add a custom rule?
Frontier flight 544, turn left heading 310.
Too confusing. I gotta mess with it now.
310, Frontier flight 544.
I think it's, I don't know why the tail does that when you look at it. It's because it's got all the, I don't know why it does that. Maybe it's part of my settings. Because it's got 1,000,002 dots on it. Look at that. That's wild. Shaq, I haven't changed anything, man. It's just the changing of the lighting conditions. Just drag the file into the vPilot files and overwrite it there. Now you're asking me to figure out where the vPilot files are.
Frontier flight 544, leave my airspace.
VMR
No further ATC is available. Frequency change to advisory approved to 09 on navigation.
Okay. I think I got it.
Over to Unicom, thanks for the ATC, and we'll see you next time.
So I take the community VMR and I place that.
United 250, you ready? United 250, cleared to Denver Airport,
into
Largo
the
3 departure.
vPilot VMR.
Albuquerque transition then as filed. Maintain 10,000, expect flight level 350, 5 minutes after departure. Departure is offline.
Yes, because the one that I have updated has 1031, and the version that it's reading is from 731. I see. Well, I'm afraid he's going to call me for clearance now, of course.
United 250, read back is correct. You can expect runway 8 for departure.
Alright, don't do anything else. So what I'm going to do...
Who else needed clearance? Was it 648?
It was American 357.
American 357, clear to Denver Airport, Largo 3 departure, then as filed. Maintain 10,000, expect flight level 330, 3 minutes, correction, 5 minutes after departure. Departure is offline, squawk 4101.
Alright, clear to Denver, Largo 3 as filed, 10,000, flight level 330 and 5, squawk 4101, departures offline, and we are ready to push here at gate 1 for American 357.
American 357, readback is correct. You can expect runway 8 for departure, push and start your discretion.
Push and start at discretion, we'll expect date, American 357. Alright, let's get out of here. We had a slight gate hold.
United 648, I-4 to Denver. United 648, Albuquerque Tower, clear to Denver Airport, Largo 3 departure, then as filed. Maintain 10,000,
Pulled the
expect
power.
flight level 350, 5 minutes after departure. Departure's offline, squawk
I didn't update
2610,
that
that's
bot. Yeah, I didn't
26
update
times.
that bot for the new route.
Clear Denver Largo 3 departure, then as filed. Maintain 10,000.
10,000 initial set.
Departures offline, squawk 2610. United 648.
Transponders on 14101.
United 648,
Let's go.
readback is correct, expect runway 8 for departure.
Alright, we're ready. Finally. It took longer to turn this on VATSIM than it does in real life. Or Aveo Premium, rather.
Departure checks completed.
United 250, the ramp is uncontrolled, push and start at your discretion.
Quebec Dollar, Air Canada 104, we're ready to taxi.
No, you're not.
Can we get a clearance for the departure?
Nope. Stand by, Air Canada.
Air Canada 104, squawk 4164.
There's Gus. Of course he's in the Air Canada. Tell me he's in the iFly Max. Is Gus in the iFly Max?
4164 for Air Canada 104.
Air Canada 104, readback is correct, and runway 8 taxi via Alpha, information Charlie's current.
Taxi with Alpha, Charlie's current, and we have here Air Canada 104.
Alright, Largo 3 says...
Air Canada 104, I'm sorry, actually. I didn't look too closely at your filing. Can you accept flight level 330?
Brakes released.
Your filed cruise is incorrect for the direction of flight.
330335 is okay.
Air Canada 104, expect flight level 330, 5 minutes after departure.
330 for departure, Air Canada 104.
Air Canada 104, readback is correct.
I don't know why it won't let us start for icing conditions. I don't really see any icing conditions. It's just cold outside, but I guess that's good enough for Albuquerque. I guess, yeah, the meter's just, yeah, it's 10 statute miles scattered. No precip. I don't know why they're concerned about icing. Alright, I think I'm going to do what Team Vodka said. So I'm going to bring these up. I'm going to disconnect from vPilot or Aveo Premium momentarily. I will place the new rules VMR over there. Replace file. That's done. Alright, now reconnecto and sim crasho. Hopefully not though. Here we go. Alright, we got Gus back. We're looking good.
Please set parking brakes.
Brakes are set. Clear disconnect. Let me know when we can start. Oh, why can't we start? Let us start. My Italian is improving.
Air Canada 104, wind calm, turn left.
Microsoft does the
310.
icing thing based on
Runway 8,
temp.
clear for
Yeah,
takeoff.
I guess so.
Left 310 after departure, clear for takeoff, Air Canada 104.
All right. Get rid of this company message. We'll accept the final load sheet. +5. Full load. So we got a jump seater up here. Close the door. Jump seater's on board.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
All right, can we start?
Left is clear. Right is clear.
Now let me start. Have I flown into O'Hare recently? No, not in a while, man. Flew in yesterday from Tulsa on a white 7-2 parked west side. Probably, is that the fire one? They have fire ones, and if it's an all-white one, it might just be used for training, or maybe it's just some sketchy cargo one, who knows. But a lot of those 7.2s are used for firefighter training, ARF practice. What crashed your browser tab? All right, mixed mode ignition start. Here we go.
Clear to start engines.
Starting one. This is a good stress test for the Fenix too. Wait, Key 6, are you using Chrome? Because I've never had a browser crash before until like the last month. I know, Gabriel, Sam here, man. Thrust set in the house, how you doing, man? I added the VMR file custom rules and VPod. Do I still need to move the file like you mentioned? I don't have any VMR. Oh, yeah, you're talking about Vodka. He's the professional, traffic man. Remember the old days when the plane was covered in ice? Yeah. I wish you could see a little bit of ice and stuff, though, on the field. That's one thing with the Fenix. Like, there is no visual representation of ice, even when you have it turned on in the settings. I understand the Microsoft icing, like, visuals are definitely off and not very realistic, but it's... I still think it can be kind of neat. Like, on the props and stuff, you see them.
Turn left,
and it's good.
310.
Look, a real bassy back here.
Sorry, starting right 310.
It was a left turn, dude. You're supposed to go left, Gus. He said turn left. Although the SID goes right. It's weird.
Air Canada 104, using my airspace. No further ATC is available. Frequency change to advisory.
Alright, here we go. Boom, we're doing flaps ones.
Transfer to advisor, thanks for the ATC service there. Have a great day.
And Upkirk to American 357, red taxi.
American 357, runway 8, taxi via Alpha, information Charlie is current.
8 via Alpha, we have Charlie for American 357. Alright, here we go.
Have a great day, United States 48, ready for taxi with Charlie.
Flight
United
controls,
648,
full up.
You can follow the American. Runway 8.
Full down.
Follow the American from me.
Neutral.
United 648.
Full left. Full right. Neutral. Rudder. Full left. Full right. Neutral. Ground spoilers armed. That's off. Auto brakes max. Takeoff config is checked.
United
On
250,
auto, everything
runway
looks
8,
good.
Follow your company.
Runway 8 via Alpha. Let's see, 3012, 10,000 is set. We got a good squawk. We missing anything? Hopefully not. Do you sound neutral in real life? Well, I don't call it out, so the FO
American
calls it out.
357, wind calm on departure turn left, heading 310, runway 8, clear for takeoff.
Left turn, runway 8. Left turn, 310, runway 8, clear for takeoff, American 357. All right, 310, left turn now. Left turn, 310, cleared for takeoff. Let's do a rolling takeoff. You guys ready? We haven't done one of those. Cabin's not ready. Y'all better hurry up. Come on, ladies. All right, there we go. Cabin's ready. You guys ready? Let's go. Spool them up 50. Runway heading 080 checks. Yoga. Toga SRS runway auto thrust is blue. Left turn 310, which is contrary to our flight director. So be ready to select heading. Thrust set. 100 knots, check. God, this looks amazing. V1.
United 648, expect a short delay
Rotate.
for inbound space.
Thanks, short delay, United.
Positive rate. Gear up. Fly with. .400 feet, left turn, 310, all the way around. Ignore the flight director there for a second. We got to spin it back the other way. Bank, angle, check. Thrust reduction. Oh, never gets old. Absolutely never gets
American
old.
357, leave my airspace. No further ATC is available. Frequency change to advisory is approved. Have a nice flight. We'll see you.
Over to you to Complex 382, American 372. So nice. All right, we are on a heading of approximately 310. Will redirect us. Let's go direct fiery. Nav. You can definitely tell, I mean, not that there's, I mean, there is density altitude, but taking off at 5,500 feet field elevation takes a little bit longer to accelerate this heavy 321. We do have 190 packs on board and an ACT tank. We don't have any fuel in it, but so takeoff weight anyway, it was 162, so not the lightest 321, not very heavy either though. Here comes S speed. Right at the auto retract. We'll go auto retract flaps. And flaps 0 after takeoff. Checklist, please. Speed checks, flap 0. I just can't believe that. I love this sim, y'all. I love this sim. All right, we're cleaned up. 250. Let's keep it climbing. We'll set 330. Let's go autopilot 1 and prepare for. We're gonna ride the wing. We're gonna see if we notice anything good on the wing. Yeah, Daviator, they gave us a left turn, which was kind of weird. I like the colors, Toad in the Hole. I like these. They're not too blue, but they wisp up the clouds enough, and it gives us a like. This is like a good winter preset. I would probably call this like my winter preset because it does kind of change a little bit. You know, in the summertime, things are a little bit more warm, a little bit more hazy, especially when it's super hot. You know, you can the atmosphere changes. Like this looks like a good winter preset to me. Like we're in the shadow here, just barely. Some wing rock. We're getting some turb out there, looking good. Another spam call coming at me. No, it's from Illinois. Is that you, Tower at Rain? Give me a call. CK Surge. It's a feature of the airplane, and it depends on your weight. So sometimes your min clean speed, or your not even your clean speed rather, but your flap retraction speed is going to be right up there with the flap limit speed, not to be confused with the slat limit speed. So the Airbus will auto retract the flaps and you'll be sticking out there with flaps 1 instead of 1 plus F to give you a little bit more margin to accelerate a little bit further. Then you go flaps 0, the slats will retract and you're nice and clean above your min clean speed. So what does fly with mean after takeoff? Because we don't have a flyby anymore, so we use fly with. Let's see if we get any chop coming out of here. Back right in time for the second leg. Rahul, welcome back, man. We're going to be doing some RJ flying later, too. Unfortunately, Vodka's not going to join us. Makes me sad. I thought Vodka's going to fly around the mountains with us. Friday night, man. He has to go out and have like a social life or something. Fake simmer. I'll be curious to see how the RJ, the Avro 85, handles with real turb. You know? On climb out, do you use ice attempt for engine NIs and through the clouds have it climb? I have it at 3, climbing past 32 for 37 for cruise. So that's actually more of a complex question when you're flying these jets. So right now we're below 18,000 feet, so we don't even have an ISA readout, so we don't worry about that. So you have TAT and SAT. Generally on the ground, low level, all you really got to worry about is plus 10, minus 10 on the TAT, and you're going to be fine. As we climb up in altitude, though, we will keep the engine anti-ice on if we are in icing conditions until we reach minus 40 on the SAT. So once you reach minus 40 on the SAT, then it is effectively too cold for any ice to accumulate on the airplane. So right now, if we were in icing conditions, we would definitely still have the engine anti-ice on, but we are not in icing conditions. On the descent, if you're in icing conditions and the SAT is minus 50, we'll hit standard. There comes our ISA deviation indicator. So it's actually ISA 0. That's kind of cool. It's standard temp right now. If it's minus 50 or warmer on the descent in icing conditions, you turn it back on because it's going to warm up. On the descent, you're going to be idle thrust. You want to make sure you protect those engines too. So higher altitude gets a little more complex, and I don't even know how Microsoft icing model is just kind of suspect at best. So if you're in icing conditions, turn your engine anti-ice on in Microsoft. I wouldn't pay too close attention to the temperatures because other than the plus 10, minus 10 rule, I think that's kind of what Microsoft uses, and that's about it. Oh, right on, Dylan, yeah. Well, I still don't see any load alleviation. We get just some turbulence. I'd say light turbulence here. No chop. Light turbulence. Chop is defined as rhythmic in nature. Turbulence is more erratic in nature. So this looks more erratic to me. You're going to the airport from a medical where they build the wings for the 320s? Nice, Dale. Interesting, JJ. So different planes with different turb settings. That's why they put them in there, because each plane's physics, according to the dev who made the aircraft, react different. Okay, very cool. Well, I will take a look. Maybe we'll do some trial and error on that Avro, the RJ. We'll see how that handles. Now, that wing's got to be pretty stiff on the RJ. I don't even know if that thing flexes. Does the RJ wing flex? I don't think it does. Yeah, Dylan, this is the turbulence mode right now. You're looking at real cat turbulence right now. I have no idea, logo lights, but that's also a good question. I don't know how it would affect helicopters. Just keep testing it and then re-inject load. All right. We will do that. We should have some fun with that. I mean, that looks good, man. Come on. Middle of the day, winter flying, that looks amazing. That's the view right there. Let's come out of that window just a tad. Yep. I like it. I like Atmos. Me likey. I'd like to know how it will simulate wake turbulence. Does it do that? Does it simulate wake turbulence? I know in 24 we're supposed to, right? What presets are you using for X Atmos? I'm just using my own little custom one that I was messing around with on stream, actually, live. So I'll once I'm done with this stream, I will figure out how to post a preset or save the preset. It will. Wow, okay. It will do wake turbulence. Very interesting. What I love is that you see this view all the time in your job, yet when you're in the sim, you're still excited. It is very, like, well, and that's the, I mean, really, my view is up front, and I love it. I love this view, but I miss the view that got me into aviation, which is the wing view, you know? So being able to come back here and see the wing, and we talked about this a little bit yesterday when the Fenix, we did our first flight, like being able to control the airplane and watch my inputs that I do in the real thing, watch them from this view, is just kind of cool. Like, I know what's happening back there in the back of my mind, right? When you're up here flying, you know what's happening. You know, okay, well, I'm probably deflecting the spoilers right now, or this is probably happening. The wings are probably wobbling. But you don't know for sure. So to sit back there on wing view, I'm going to pick up our climb rate here. To sit back there on wing view and watch it is just kind of a neat feeling. Jeff Fabiano in the house. What's going on, man? How you doing? Imagine the snow tessellation we will get with the new sim. Oh my gosh, Jeff. Yes, a snowy ramp. How cool would that be? That would be cool, Jeff. Look, I'm excited for 24. I really hope it delivers. I'm sure it will at some point. I was just curious, Jeff, we were talking about it earlier, like how long you think we're going to be waiting around for like the Fenix, PMDG, the Just Flight stuff to get over there? Because, I mean, I love the Fenix, you know? But I guess the good part about it, too, is you don't have to download 2024, so you can run both sims side by side. Reset jet. Yep. Exactly. I've done the same thing, reset jet. Done the same thing. I'm trying to see if the bar the bar next door does to-go or takeout orders. I think we will have day one blues for sure, iffy on how great third-party major players will work by copy-paste. Yeah. Yep. But I will say, so last night was the first time I got to watch some of the 2024 released, or not released up, but 2024 what is it, aircraft dev stream. So I watched the whole thing for the 330. Skipped over the 350 a little bit because it looked most of the same, and then the A400M. And I gotta say, the 330, I don't know if I've ever. I pretty much know we have never, at least me personally, I've never bought a sim, flown a sim, and just it's always been about the default airplanes. It never has. You always wait for third party to come out in the later years of simulation. Early on, it was pretty much default airplanes, but it almost seems like 2024 is working really, really hard to have some quality default airplanes, and I'm going to remain cautiously optimistic, but man, that 330 looked pretty darn good. The sounds look good. I mean, it is Indy builds. They know how to make pay-wear airplanes, so that's got me excited for that. The A400M, I find myself more excited for than I initially thought I would be excited for. It looks like such a unique airplane. The fact that you can go one tank of gas from Europe, the guy said you could take off from a beach in London or somewhere and fly all the way to Boston. at 41,000 feet at 7.0 Mach. Now, that would take a long time, but man, that is quite the feat of engineering. So, I don't know. I think we might find ourselves flying that A400M a little bit more frequently. Mickey G, don't tell me about the Saab. That one I'm really, really holding out for. I'm trying to pretend I'm forgetting about it, because if the Saab is good, that's going to be so much fun, man. I love turboprops. I think that's why I'm excited about that A400M too. What? Come on, Saab. I hope that Saab is at least, look, I know it won't have failures, I don't think. I hope it will have, there'll be some sort of like base failure. You know, like I think in X-Plane 11 where you could turn it up, where like if you abuse the engines, you'll have problems. Like, just give me that. If you've abused the engines, make them fail. You know, that would be cool enough for the default Saab. But if it's got, you know, decent propeller physics, decent beta, I really hope we see reverse axes more instead of just, well, I mean, I guess it's bindable, but that's really a dev thing, huh? We don't really have, other than Fenix, a lot of stuff is hard to get reverse on axes. It's more like push buttons reverse, but hiring third-party devs is the change we all need. Yeah. Can't wait to fly the Dreamlifter. My buddy flies that in real life, man. All right, let's go back to Mach. We're just going to go 7.8 here. This will shoot up to 33, and that'll be it. A Zebo 330 on Microsoft. Toad in the Hole says, Azobo hiring INI while Laminar hire Mr. X shows the difference in available budget. Yes. Absolutely. Who made the, who made that? It wasn't Mr. X. No, that's their scenery dev. I was thinking they were a scenery dev, but now they're making that 707 for X-Plane. I'm drawing a blank. Did I ever get the CL415 firefighting plane? I'm not sure what... No, I don't think so. Key 6, yeah, he does. Yeah, he does, yep. It only makes sense that anybody's do a 340 since they're doing the whole Airbus. Yeah. Yep. And they're doing a 380 too, right? So that'll be interesting to see, you know, because we got the fly-by-wire 380, and the fly-by-wire 380 is pretty good. But there's obviously still some coding missing in the FMS, and for a freeware project, it's good, no doubt. But what is that INI going to bring to the table, and when is that going to drop? What is that going to be like? Aeroplane, no, Nimbus, that's what it was. There's an Aeroplane Heaven one from Microsoft. Yeah, I haven't touched that one. Have you touched it, Jeff? I just can't. I thought it would be halfway decent, but from what I saw, it looks like it's really just not. I'll just put it this way. I am not the target audience for that airplane. The Nimbus, that's the one though, yep. Look at this view though. Tell me, like, I need to get my sunglasses on this. This looks perfect to me. This looks 100% real. Alex Lehman, thanks for the 2 Canadian, man. Any tips on FPS on the ground with Fenix? Your LOD, man. Turn down that draw distance. It's the, what is that slider called? Terrain LOD, and look into auto FPS or dynamic LOD. What that does is it will dynamically change that LOD slider while you're flying, but dependent upon altitude. On the ground, you don't need more than 100. So that'll really help performance. Use dynamic LOD. That's, before I got this rig, dynamic LOD was a lifesaver. You know, I almost didn't even need this new PC because of frame gen mod and dynamic LOD. Heck, I might even get dynamic LOD for this rig just because I wouldn't mind juicing this thing up to like 350 up at cruise and then knocking it down just to save performance. Why not, you know? Team Vodka, I might actually get it back installed. Yeah, Toad in the Hole says 25 on the ground. Yeah, you can use 25 because you're not looking past the airplane or 1 or 2 terminal buildings. Jimmy, you know, Majestic, the last I heard was that they're looking for a modeler. And Majestic was in the stream a while back. I almost want to say he was a member of the channel. I don't know if it was a gifted membership or not, but either way, he was in the chat, and he said that he's still working on it. But the last I heard was they're looking for someone to do modeling. I guess their modeler is no longer with them, so you know, the jury's out on that one. I know if they do deliver a product, the Majestic Dash 8 is going to be... I flew that. I love that airplane in FSX. I bought like the high pro version. I can't remember what it was called, with circuit breaker simulation, because I thought initially I was going to be going to school for the Q. But then I got bit by the underwing shiny jet syndrome and chose the Embraer. Hindsight being 2020, I should have went with the Q though, because they shut the program down a year after I got hired, so I could have got a type out of it, flown it for a year, a little less than a year, and then got the shiny jet anyway. But I was already flying turboprops at the time, so I just wanted to get in a jet, or back in a jet. Auto FPS, that's basically the same thing, I think, JJ. It's just a little bit more advanced, or it has a little more features. I might have to get the Throttletek Dash 8 Quadrant when it drops. Yeah, Mickey G. So, Vodka and I were talking about this last night. You know, you can get if you get the Dash 8 Quadrant, it'll work for the Dash 8, obviously. It'd be working with, you could use it for the Q4, or not the Q, with the ATR out of the gate. You could use it, because you'll have detents in reverse. I mean, you could use it for other turboprop like the King Air. You could probably use it for the Saab. But we also know Throttletek, I don't know if Roberto's still here, but he said it's his least favorite one to make, so that'd be kind of funny. We get a bunch of people to say, hey, order the Q400 throttle. Roberto would be like, no, I don't want to make that one. Look at this, though. I like this Rex Atmos, man. Jeff says, anytime you want an FO, I'm down to flip switches and talk ATC and talk to ATC. Your controls is pretty decent with the Fenix. Jeff, dude. So, hey, man, I didn't know. Let's do it. I would love to do that. Who would want to see Jeff and I do... actually, I'll flip it around on you, Jeff. You fly. I'll sit right seat / check airman seat. You fly, I'll work the radios for you. And we'll give Jeff Fabiano a check ride on stream. I think that'd be pretty cool. That would be a lot of fun, Jeff. We'll have to set up. I'm going to get your controls set up after this. You're not the first to tell me about your controls. I've just kind of like... I don't know why this happens, but, you know, someone will say something, it'll stick in my mind, then I forget, then they say it again. Eventually, after enough people tell me about something, I'm like, okay, maybe I should check this out. And I've been hearing that more and more frequently, is the Your Controls program, so... That would require me to set up Airbus controls. Oh, that's right. You're hardcore setup for the Boeing. That's right. I've seen your rig, man. Your rig looks good. All right. Okay, so Jeff will work the radios. Well, how about this? You can work the radios in the bus. I'll work the radios for you in a 7.3. Does it work with the PMDG, or what about like the iFly Max? I mean, does it work with those? Doing a check ride on Fabiano would be a lot of fun, though, wouldn't it, Josh? I mean, he's a real world pilot, so I've seen him fly. I've seen his streams. I've seen him crush those crosswind landings in the hurricanes. Jeff is no slouch when it comes to aviation. That is for sure. He's got some skills. So maybe I'll shut an engine down or something for him just for fun. You know where it needs to work is it needs to work in the 727. That would be the ultimate, because then you could have like an FO pseudo flight engineer in the 727. That's the bird that needs it. Thanks, Gus. Denver is 3/4 miles. We're doing a... Okay, what did the poll say? I forgot we even had one running here. All right, auto land in Denver. At least we can watch all the turbulence if we get any. They're working on a 727 profile for 3 people. Nice. Dude, that would be so much fun. Imagine having a 3-crew 727. I should fly the 727 tonight, actually. I know, guess. Well, you're doing all caps. Approaches expect 3-4 right, 3-5 left, 3-5 right. Ooh, runway condition code 444 at 1630Z. We got some stuff to work here. We got some stuff to do, chat. All right, let's go ahead and let's get Denver loaded up. And We're coming down the Tabernac 3R nav. Landing 3534 is a bottom altitude of 13,000 feet. I'm going to wait till we get a runway assignment from ATC. But let's do a pseudo arrival. So runway condition 4 is good to medium. Right now I have 35 right in the box. We'll see what they give us here. Current landing weight 158.8. I know we'll be lighter than that, but at condition 4, low brakes will be max reverse. Will be low auto brake for anti-skid. Flap full. Auto land, this will be auto land, a little more buffer. So, landing distance available 12,000 feet. Factor 10.7. Landing distance 9,300 at low brakes. Low brakes selected. Let's set up for our Cat 3. So, or our auto land rather. Perf data. Next phase, descent speed. We're going to do 7.7 and 310 just because it's Denver. It's always pretty wild. And there is a speed restriction though on the star, isn't there? I'll come back to that. Descend via Mach number Intel intercepting 280 knots. So we'll descend via Intel intercepting 280. Seems like we're getting some turb as we go back over the Rockies. We need to get that seatbelt sign back on. I like real turb. I think I like it now. Real turb is back on. 280, not 28 knots. 79, 280. We're going to put no in the radio column. Let's go back to the perf landing METAR. 340 at 11, 0 and 3014. Perfect icing conditions. 0 degrees, precip. Alright, we got no setup in the DH. We'll go perf approach, next phase, that looks good, next phase, so we should be good to go. We'll do LS push buttons on, LS push buttons on. We got a company message. We're getting rocked around right now. Return you. The bottom altitude on this arrival, what do we say, 13,004. 3.5s and 3.4s. So I'm going to set 13,000 up here as a reminder. I know we're going to run into Denver approach control, but just in case we go past TOD. We got 13 set. 330. Starting to get some turbulence out there. How's the sim looking? Oh man, it looks great. We still got the gray clouds now as the sun's getting lower on the horizon. They will start to get a little bit darker. This looks good, man. This looks so good. That's, you can't tell me that doesn't look like a real photo. Look at the sky colors. Going back, Jeff says, with your controls, you can always give the code out to your audience and they can virtually fly in the back seats with you. Oh, what? You can choose who has control and who is observer. That is pretty neat. So you could fill up an airplane then with actual people. Vodka, they're working on it last time I saw FSS. All right. Well, hey, dude. That would be a lot of fun. A 3-person crew in a 7.2 would be so much fun. Denver's 100 feet above minimums. I guess we should actually book an actual Cat 3 since we're doing this. This is good practice for me, since I haven't done a Cat 3 since we were in LA a month or so ago. So let's actually prepare like we would in the real airplane. Let's pull out our QRH. Briefings, Cat 3. Fail operational. So we don't have anything broken on the airplane here, so we will be doing this as a fail operation, or fail operational. So we don't do Cat 3 A, B, and C anymore. That's gone are the days of A, B, and C approaches. It's Cat 3 fail passive or fail operational. Captain will be the pilot flying. The approach termination will be an auto land or a go around. The landing capability is Cat 3 dual. Verify required equipment is operational. Review the logbook status on each release. The ECAM status Make sure you don't have any inoperative equipment. If you do, we got to check the inoperative equipment requirements. Everything looks good there. Wonderful. If using the FlySmart app for landing, use cat blah blah blah. If using aero data, use this. Auto brakes recommended medium or low. We have low selected. We'll take a look at that when we look at the runway, because we're gonna probably use low vis taxi procedures. So we're gonna use the braking to help us get off at the proper exit here. Required RVR, min op spec, etc., etc. What is the min RVR for 3.5? Oh, 3.4. 3.4 min RVR is Cat 2, Cat 3. So Cat 3 RVR, the minimum charted is 3 for Cat 3B, so we would actually be 333. Okay. So we'll still need 333. Touchdown mid-zone reporting. So this is where it gets more complex. So you have the RVR is controlling, and it depends on which ones are available, and if they're available, they have to be controlling. So we'll get a report from tower. See what the RVR is. Low visibility text procedures used. Our callouts are going to change slightly on approach. We're going to announce the land green at 350 feet. And at 100 feet on the radio altimeter, it's either going to be a landing or go around. Make sure everything is good to go at 100 feet. Automatic landing limitations. Engine out, automatic landing, Cat 3 dual not approved with engine inoperative. Thrust reverser inoperative. Can use remaining but doesn't apply. Doesn't apply, doesn't apply. Crosswind component not above 15 knots. Maximum demonstrated airport elevation 5750. So we're right below that. Alright. Briefing's complete. You guys have your new callouts. You guys have to type in 100 when we hit 100 on the radio altimeter. And I will either say landing or go around. The only reason we would say go around is if something was not working with the glide slope, or we got an auto land light, anything like that. What is real turb? It supposedly makes turbulence more realistic in the sim. It takes wind data and the cloud density data and all that. So I've actually enjoyed it so far, to be honest with you. I've enjoyed it so far. Denver arrival ATIS. I'm reading from my real world stuff, Josh. That's what I was reading from. Information Gulf. Condition code 444 at 1635. It's gone up between 4 and 5. Visibility 1/2 mile. Snow, fog. Good night. It's a beautiful day in Denver. Jeff says, I always fly with Real Turb. However, with the new sim, it does what Real Turb does. Nice. So you won't even need Real Turb in the new sim. Can't wait, man. Bring it on, baby. In the sim, cloud density equals cloud turbulence. Wow. That's pretty cool. I'm kind of bummed I waited so long to pick it up then. Alright, let's go ahead and begin our managed descent as we approach our TOD. I want to look at, let's call approach right now, see if he'll give us a runway assignment.
Southwest 2350, tower 124.3.
Denver, good afternoon. American 357, flight level 330, descending via the T-bar 3 arrival with information Gulf.
Aircraft, was that Air Canada 104?
Canada 104, proceed, sir.
Air Canada 104, Denver approach, Denver altimeter 3013, ILS runway 35 left approach, Eldora transition.
He's given 3-5 left.
Roger. T-bar 3 approach.
Jeez. Oh, look, that's low deviation. You see that? We're getting hit hard now, just on the descent. That is so Denver.
104, let's try this again.
That is so Denver.
Expect the ILS runway 35 left approach, Eldora transition, Denver altimeter 3013.
Uh-oh, Gus is getting yelled at. Have you accepted your Lord and Savior Lucifer? No, I hate Lucifer. Can't stand Denver.
Eldora transition for runway 35.
Oh, we're getting smashed now.
Air Canada 104.
Air Canada 104, I did not clear you for anything. Let's slow down.
Okay, no.
Stand by.
Clearance
Just fly your aircraft for a second.
ILS 35.
Okay,
wow, Gus.
Stand by. Get it. Left.
Stand by, Air
Talk to other
Canada.
people, you're holding me up.
Stand by,
United
Gus.
1315 Tower 124.3.
124.3, United 1515.
Southwest 3029, descending.
Right after weather, right after release, the weather model is being changed to a radius around your airplane that reacts in real time.
3972 Tower
Wow.
124.3.
So computational fluid dynamics on the whole atmosphere 50 kilometers around the airplane. They have a working prototype of it. Dude, that sounds insane. I'm excited. I am excited for 2024. I am definitely excited for 2024.
Okay, Air Canada 104.
Waiting for
Descend via CT bar 3 arrival. Expect the ILS runway 35 left approach from Eldora. Denver altimeter 3013.
I'm going to set up 3-5 left.
Air Canada 104, descending via T-bar 4 approach, expecting ILS 35 left via Eldora, altitude 3013.
I've got it ready.
Press your flight 544 at Eldora, cleared ILS runway 35 left approach.
I've got it ready. We're not going to activate it yet. Gus, first time on the radio? Information India now. Denver approach, good afternoon, American 357. Information India, descending via the T-bar 3.
Last aircraft calling IDET.
Ident, American 357.
Southwest 3029, turn right.
True question is weather veining fixed. I have not seen evidence of it yet, but I didn't think to try to
Okay,
take off.
9,000 now, and can we get the heading again?
Whoa.
260.
So that's
260 for Southwest.
I would love to know that too.
Southwest 2780.
Crosswind.
9000, fly heading 080.
Crosswind landings, weather veining, ground friction, basically everything below 1,000 feet. Really 500 feet, you know. I want to know what the improvements are like there, if there are any.
Okay, United, you're not in my airspace yet. I'll ping you when you get closer. American 357, Denver approach, you with me?
Affirmative, United, or American 357.
American 357, expect ILS 35 left approach, Eldora transition.
We'll expect the ILS 35 left from the Eldora transition. And just confirm we are already descending via the T-bar 3.
Hey, affirmative.
Roger, American 357. See, Gus, that's how a professional handles the radios.
7 miles from,
all right, we're going to select heading real quick. We're
right,
going to insert this.
Maintain 9,000 till
and then we're going to renav it.
ILS runway 35 right approach.
And
okay,
actually, we'll do
290,
this. We'll
maintain 9,000, clear city approach.
Redirect
Southwest
T-bar.
3029.
Heading 320, 320.
We're
320 on the heading.
Manage speed. Thrust out of descent. Nav.
2780, fly heading
Below 22 at
020,
T-bar. Let's pick it up here a little bit.
On the localizer. Cleared ILS runway 34 right approach.
Let's pick up the descent here just a little bit.
Left heading right. Left heading 020, clear that is 34 right or left Southwest 2780.
We're good now.
34 right. You read it back 3 times. Same
all right,
runway,
35
right.
left. Confirmed.
34 right.
Clear that out. Perf data. Next phase.
Flight 1483 radar contact.
No on the radio. So 35 left. Let's make sure we have the proper transition.
Delta 532 out of 310. We're just our top of the trough. We're logarithm.
There's
3.
Eldora transitioning For 35 left Denver, that looks
approach,
good.
Denver altimeter 3013, expect ILS runway 35 right approach.
35 right, we have India, 532.
Look at that view, come on. Thank goodness I'm no longer a pro and didn't have anyone ahead of me to cheat on the info. I guess it's excuses.
Southwest 2780, descend and maintain 7,000.
Excuse Stavo now.
Roger, descend and maintain 7,000, Southwest 2782.
Excuse Stavo in the chat.
Fly heading 040.
Hey, wrong side, what's up, buddy?
040, Southwest 2782.
Wait, AJ, was that an event in Chicago when we flew into there? Surely that wasn't an event, right? That wasn't an event. John, you about the RJ before work? Can't wait to get home? Yeah, buddy. I might push that stream back a little bit for an evening. I might move it back a little bit because I'm starving. I got to get something to eat. I got a great laugh looking at the ATC radar of your airplane. If you know, you know. Shh, Jeff, I don't know what you're talking about.
Southwest 3029, tower 124.3.
Over to tower now, Southwest 3029. Good day.
Frontier flight 1483.
Let's just say, Jeff, I have a history with Iveo Premium. That view looks stunning, though. I can't tell if I like window or no window. I mean, I love window on the Fenix, but sometimes you just gotta go. Sometimes you just gotta go no window, but that's real life right there.
Southwest 2780, fly heading 020, clear for the approach.
Heading 020, clear for the approach, Southwest 2780.
I'm surprised that they still allow text only. Like, there's one guy that's always texting the controller on the box over there. It's kind of an interesting setup. All right, out of 18,000, Magic Bale Ref 3015 is set. We're getting a little bit
tower,
fast. Let's go ahead and get the speed brakes out.
Let's
get flight recorder ready. We'll have 2 landings to watch. Flight recorder is up and ready. All right, we're getting ready to go into some clouds here, too. Speed 250. Then it's 210 at Kabush.
Oceanic 711 at Teller, cleared ILS runway 34 right approach.
All right, we're about to enter some clouds here. Let's see if we get any turb.
Approach ILS runway 34 right. Fenix 11.
Yeah, I can imagine, man. Like, it would be very frustrating, especially during an FNO or something.
Southwest 443 with you, L3, arrival 223, descending down to 190.
Southwest 443, Denver approach, Denver altimeter 3013, expect ILS runway 35 right approach.
You know, we need to do real quick is...
available, please?
Unable, it's swamped on the west side.
We'll do the 35 right, Southwest.
Yep, Mr. Martini, you and I were thinking about it at the same
Frontier
time.
flight 544, tower 124.3.
24.3, Frontier flight 544, thanks for the ATC, we'll see you next time.
Air Canada 104 at Eldora, cleared
This
ILS
is you, Gus, don't mess it up.
left approach.
Gus, you better answer.
Air Canada 104
boy.
at Eldora, cleared ILS runway 35 left approach.
Clear ILS approach in Eldora.
English
Air
second
Canada
language.
104.
Give him a break.
Air Canada 104 confirm, runway 35
Gus,
left.
I thought you were giving me
35
all
left.
kinds of smack
Thank you. I got 4 runways to choose from. You need to read back the numbers.
on the O'Hare stream
Denver approach, United States.
when my V-pilot messed up. It seems a little interesting now that tables have turned, haven't they, Gus?
Which aircraft was that over there?
We might need a
United
Gus
648.
emoji. We're going to need an Air Canada 104 emoji. He just made himself famous.
Maintain 300 knots.
The Air Canada 104 legend.
Cancel speed restrictions, maintain.
Gus needs to set down the joint. Pilot Stab, what's going on, man? Welcome in. Jeff, I got to roast him because, dude, so I was flying the RJ into Denver, talking to 400 people. My Iveo Premium client bugged out, like the PTT stopped working, so I had to restart it. And we had like 3 runway changes, and I definitely messed up a little bit. There's no doubt about it. But man, the chat was ruthless to me. So now it's just nice, you know. It's nice to.
Oceanic 711.
It's nice to sit back and be on the other end of the.
You're going direct
of
to
the
Boeing.
roasting.
Next time, make sure you push teller for your transition.
I think Rex Atmos is looking good right now, honestly. It's just enough. I think you could get carried away with Rex Atmos. You can definitely get carried away and make it look unrealistic or too dramatic. But I think right now, I think it's just enough to give me a little extra juice here.
Right. I'm so sorry for the mistake. No problem. Anybody's gonna be flying into weather like this needs to know what they're doing. That's all.
Amen to that.
American 357 out of Eldora, cleared ILS, runway 35 left approach.
After Eldora, cleared ILS 35 left approach, American 357. Speed checks, flaps
United
1, we need it.
50, maintain 15,000.
Right on the limit, we're flaps 1.
Runway 34 right approach.
Maintain 15,000.
210.
34 right,
At or above 14, out star. We're just a hair fast there.
United 648. The guy trying to run you over is no longer a factor. Resume normal speed.
I'm going to manually select 210
Hey,
here.
looking out. We'll resume normal speed.
I don't know why she's speeding up.
Southwest 1162 on the
back here. Got to stay on it here. She's trying to overspeed us there.
Southwest 1162, Denver approach. Spec vectors ILS, runway 34 right approach.
All right, so.
Vectors for the 34 right.
34 right. I'm going to set 7,000 here on the FCU just to keep us going in here. I'm not going to arm it yet, but I'm going to turn this on. I'm going to turn these on because we're cleared approach. I'm not going to arm it yet just in case until we get a little bit closer here. We're crossing a lot of low frequencies, so let's just keep it going in
Central aircraft,
nav mode.
Denver approach closing at the bottom of the hour.
I'm just
turn right,
I'm double checking all these fixes here because I don't want to screw this guy up.
Right to 0.
Tyson, you're out of here, my man. All right, take it easy, dude. Have a good one.
United 250, that's right 080.
080.
Jeff, when are you going to be controlling again, man? We've got to fly into some of your airspace. Got to do some St. Louis SOPs. Or is it still called airspace if it's ground? I gotta taxi into some of your ground space. Hey, Plays, we'll see you, man. Take it easy, dude. Are you gonna do some more Max 8 streams? Yes, I would love to. I'm just waiting for the update, man. All right, I'm gonna see. We're about to enter a cloud wall here. Let's see if make sure there's no speed restrictions here that I'm missing. Let's see if we get any turbulence as we enter this cloud wall. This looks a little ominous.
Oceanic 711 Tower 124.
This controller is a zero tolerance environment.